Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay and Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be on to
All right, here's what's going on in the nest. The Century Wheel.
Huh?
The double-decker merry-go-round. The Himalaya. The Mach 3. Jump in when you think I know what I'm listing off, Jay, or the Coop. The Remix.
Carnival rides. At
The Ring of
K-Days.
Fire. What's that?
K-Days rides.
The Star Dancer. Yes.
I love all of those rides.
The Tilt 1
Oh,
and
not
the Tilt 2.
Ooh, I wonder what the difference is.
Then it says the Tilt 1. The Tilt 1 is not just named Tilt. It's Tilt 1, and then there's Tilt 2. The Wave Swinger. The Video Funhouse.
Video Funhouse?
The X Drive.
Whoa. We got to stop.
Now,
We got to
the most-
analyze this.
They're all 12 or 15 tickets, except the Mach 3 is 17 tickets.
Ooh.
And some of them have height requirements. So on the Century Wheel, if you are under 54 inches tall, so that's what, 4.5 feet?
About the height of Jasmine?
4'6"? No.
No.
Yeah, 60 inches would be 5 feet.
Yes.
So if you're 4.5 feet or under, you have to have an adult with you on the Century Wheel. Some of them, it's just like the Cuckoo House, Haus. You have to be 42 inches tall to ride it.
I believe it would be the Cuckoo House.
How do you say that?
House.
Haas?
House. How?
On the tilts, you have to be 46 inches or taller unless accompanied by an adult. Now, how about this for the X Drive? It has a 55-inch minimum and a 77-inch maximum. So
Ooh.
Shaq's like, I couldn't go on the ride. I'm too tall.
They didn't want me to.
I'm too tall. What is the X Drive? These are some of the rides available to you at K-Days. I printed up it's the North American Midway. They also have Kittyland. No, the names are much gentler.
Did you say Kittyland?
Kittyland, Kiddie land.
Oh, Kittyland.
What do you? Oh, you thought I said like a cat, like Kittyland?
No, I was thinking something else, actually.
Okay.
Well, it would
They got
be
the
suitable.
teacups are 10 tickets. The slide is 10 tickets. Now there's a scooter
A
one.
slide is 10 tickets.
The slide, well, yeah, I don't know if it's the giant slide or what. The kite flyer is 10. The Jeeps are 10. The flying elephants are 12. A few of them are 12. Most of them are 10.
That makes sense. The elephants should be more.
Well, because of the trunks.
yeah.
You got to clean their trunks.
There's a lot more cleaning. Because you know these rides are kept in impeccable shape.
She's 5'3", by the way, Coop.
What,
And her height doesn't matter. She has a big and beautiful personality.
I believe.
The Wacky Worm Coaster is in Kittyland. This is incredible. K-Days is underway today. We're going to have it's not a K-Days themed off-topic topic for William Huff in a few minutes. Well, it's
Somewhat.
could be something that happened at K-Days because it's going to involve carnival rides, of which at no point in my life, even when I was a kid, when I was a teen, when I was in my early 20s, now certainly not as a middle-aged man, really at no point in my life have I been interested in carnival rides.
Yeah.
I might go on the bumper cars when I was a kid and maybe do some really like lame thing that just went around in a circle and you just sit there like adult, like, I'm moving. I'm a kid moving in a circle.
Well,
It's not that exciting, Jablonski.
You want to drive.
Go on the
That's
swing.
why the bumper cars work.
You get to... No, don't put the safety harness on, Jablonski. Just hang on. Jablonski's on the swing. But I want to wear a belt. No, you don't.
Or Jablonski. If you think about it, if you think of how crazy those swings are, those chair swings,
Yeah.
like, why?
Why? I know.
Why do you need to sit in a chair and fly 20 to 30 feet in the air going quite fast?
Yeah.
And then the force takes you out and higher.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They're way out.
I mean, those are chains.
I'm not a thrill seeker to do
I don't
that
need
kind of
that.
stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know
These
about
2
that.
feet like to stay on the ground. I don't know why.
Yeah, like I don't know why. I've never had, and I guess some people do. I've never had any appeal to do a carnival ride or go bungee jumping or skydiving or parachuting or whatever they call it, or base jumping. I've never had any interest in doing that. You know, and you see people in line for these rides, and some of them appear quite nervous and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or word if I'm going to throw up. Oh, I did this and I puked and I felt terrible for 5 days after. Then why are you doing it?
Why? None of that in your hand appeals to me.
Well, maybe the teacups. You and I could go on the teacups. Those spin
worst.
around though.
Yeah.
The teacups are good. Like still, even I would go on those. They're good, actually.
Yeah, I don't need to get dizzy.
You're telling me you don't want to go on the Jumbotron and spin?
What's the Jumbotron?
It's a UFO that spins.
That's the Gravitron.
That's the Gravitron,
Oh,
baby.
did I say Jumbotron?
Right on the Gravitron.
Jumbotron's at the Riverhawks game. And of course I'd like to be on it.
Yeah, that's the screen at a sporting event.
Who doesn't want to be on the Jumbotron?
Well,
Not those 2 people from the Coldplay concert.
Wait,
Hi-oh!
they handled that poorly.
Yeah. There's
I
no
guess-
way to mishandle
I guess there's
that.
no, I don't know.
You're a POS. Both of you. Cheating SOBs?
Yeah, not great.
No. Grow up.
So anyway, K-Days is underway. We do have, this is the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay and Milne, by the way, on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. We're presented by Play Alberta. We've had an outstanding week with Ref Week. We've had fun. We've had good information. We've had great personalities. We've had really interesting perspective from people who are reffing at very, very high levels. Yesterday we had Chris Critch on the show, longtime WHL ref. He was great, very opinionated, very honest. Today at 4:00, Ref Week continues, perhaps not concludes. We may get some extra stuff next week. We'll see, or we may just try to bring, maybe that'll be our thing, is that we're the show that gets refs on. We're going to have Dave Jackson on the show at 4 today. Longtime NHL referee, worked over 1,500 games, worked over 80 playoff games, and he's now the rules analyst on ESPN. So he's gone from the on-ice side of it to the broadcasting side of it, which I think is really interesting. You and I were talking yesterday how that's been such a great addition to broadcast, starting with the NFL, but having a former referee in the booth or available. I mean, sometimes a ref will be in a centralized location watching all the broadcasts and jumping in when appropriate on his network. What is it? Mike Pereira is on Fox. He's a good one. So Dave Jackson with ESPN is going to join us. Worked in the National Hockey League, now talks about games in the National Hockey League. So that's what's coming up at 4:00 today. It's going to be good.
Going to be fun.
Ben Thomson, our intern, you're going to do blind rankings. Is this
I'm
the first
excited.
time? Because you were away the last 2 Fridays.
I have no idea what to expect, but I'm excited. I think we know the topic, right?
Yeah, he has to give us the general topic so we can think about it a little bit, but then he comes at it from a very interesting angle. He's a good young man.
I'm just going to go with the flow. I know the topic, but I obviously you don't say look into it prior to.
No, and then you don't know where he's going to go with it.
Because we're going to make 2 different lists.
Right, probably.
Your list might
probably.
be- maybe.
Yeah, we don't know.
I bet you ours will be somewhat similar, though.
Last week, I nailed it. I nailed the Def Leppard list that he gave me. So that was
I would
pretty fun.
expect that.
Well, but it was based on somebody else's opinion, but I still kind of figured it out.
Are you going to tease what the...
It's something to do with sports destination cities.
Yes.
Places to take a sports trip to, something like that. So he'll give us that. So K-Days gets underway today. Taste of Edmonton is underway. I went last night.
Oh.
So I saw the last 90 seconds of the football game right after Montreal scored. I saw Toronto driving to try to go ahead, so I didn't see the...
That was quite
a thrilling game. Well, I didn't see the go-ahead touchdown, and what's his name? Davis Alexander getting hurt. You guys were telling me about that.
Yeah, he pulled up a little lame heading into the end zone, so not good, but he improves to 8-0 as a starter, which is
And how bad was he hurt? Do we know yet?
It's his hamstring again. So
he shouldn't have taken the 2-point convert? Is that the scuttle?
No, it's just he was, with a hamstring, Reid, you're never going to know if you're going to tweak it in a practice. It's just for those bursts of energy where it's, your body takes over and it's like, I got to get to the end zone, and it extends your hamstring further than maybe it's healed.
Okay.
So I would expect he's going to be out for another few weeks. Sad for the Montreal Alouettes, but the hamstrings, those are the worst, especially when you retweak them.
Okay. Couple of interesting games in the CFL. Well, 3 games still to go this week. Calgary is in Winnipeg tonight. Calgary's 4-1. Winnipeg is 3-1.
Big game.
Calgary destroyed Winnipeg, 2 weeks ago in the Stampede Bowl? And then Winnipeg had a bye. And 4-1 Saskatchewan is at 3-3 British Columbia. I think that's an interesting game too. If BC loses that game, is there not going to be some discussion around them? Well, how good are they against a team not named Edmonton?
There would be. There'd have to be.
Right now, 2 of their 3 wins are against Edmonton, and they had a kind of an unlikely, somewhat fortunate win against the Alouettes. You still got to win the game, but they needed an Alouette to commit a stupid penalty to help their field position on their final drive, and they needed the guy on the clock to have a really quick finger.
Yeah.
To give them time to kick that field goal at the end. They still Rourke had to complete the passes at the end of the game. So if Sask beats BC, then I wonder if the reputation of BC is going to decline a little bit.
That's a good question, because I think it would have to be a little bit of a stain on their record. Is that, yes, you've beaten one of the
let's face it,
teams
beating
in the
Edmonton twice is...
It ain't what it used to be.
It seems like most teams can do that right now, which we'll talk about as we move along throughout the course of the program. Last night at Taste of Edmonton, the first of several times I will go. I usually go to that festival and eat quite a few times. Though not tonight. I'm going to the Riverhawks game tonight.
Woo, fun.
So I ran into Pat from the Brew House and from the Banquet. Of course, our studio is presented by the Banquet. Get Real, Play Hard. So he was there, very busy, because he's got a couple of booths, right? Because the Banquet and the Brew House are connected. I had the mushroom caps from the Banquet. Very good, very good. Like they're little fried mushroom caps.
What's in them? Like cream cheese?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just the breaded mushroom. But they put a little bit. They put a little bit of a hot sauce on them.
Nice.
And you can get the sauce on top or on the side. Or I said, well, I want it on top, but I said, kind of just give me a drizzle, like don't blanket it. So depending on your taste. So that was good. And I ran into, is it Nathan from Pasta Pantry?
Yes.
So Nathan, Pasta Pantry's on board our show as well with the Athlete of the Week, who we had yesterday. We were doing it Thursdays right now. We'll stick with that at least for the time being. And by the way, if you want to nominate somebody for Athlete of the Week, email Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. So I went up to the Pasta Pantry booth, first booth I went to, made a beeline right for it, ordered the pasticcio.
It's my favorite.
And I said, if you don't mind me asking, are you a manager or an owner? And he goes, yeah, I'm Nathan. I'm the owner. I was like, thank you for sponsoring Athlete of the Week. And he goes, Reid, I thought that was you. And I was like, yeah, thanks for being on board. The pasticcio great.
Did you get white sauce on top?
Nope.
Oh, that's
I didn't ask. They just say pasticcio, and they just got it in a little serving. Yeah, it was
like,
good.
how would you describe it?
It's just like good,
like a lasagna-ish?
cheesy pasta. Yeah, but it's not the lasagna wafer noodle. It's a bunch of different noodles in there. There's cheese in there. It was good. Yeah, really good.
Good.
Yeah, I had a good time at Taste of. A lot of people were there. Hernan and I were there at the same time. Didn't see each other.
Oh,
but it was quite crowded last night. I mean, first night, decent weather. It was actually a bit of a breeze.
So it was one of those.
It was one of those summer nights. Remember, we were joking about. Well, we've done a few bits with the weather at Edmonton. It's like, well, we don't want it too hot. It was kind of one of those nights. Well, it's said it was plus 22, but there was a breeze. Thank God. Yeah. Thank goodness it cooled it off from plus 22 or whatever it was.
So, okay, Pasta Pantry would be your favorite. What was your second best?
Well, that and the mushroom caps were good.
Okay.
I also tried... Oh, is Hernan still here? I got this Cuban sandwich from a place. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up here on the fly. It was really good. It was a Cuban sandwich. That was good. And I had...
A Cuban sandwich is pretty much like ham, right? Or pork?
It was pork with a tomato, and it had some kind of a sauce on it.
A green sauce?
I didn't look inside, buddy. I'm sorry.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
You just devoured it, eh?
It was good. And then I had it's takoyaki from a Japanese place. It's like octopus balls. Well, and they have 16, not 2, because of the 8 anyway. They have more crotches than the rest of us.
What's an octopus ball?
I think it's just octopus cut up and deep fried.
Okay.
And I felt bad because octopi are quite intelligent. And I read that really good book about the octopus last year.
Yes. What do you call it? Centile or
sentient?
Sentient?
Yeah, I think they're quite intelligent.
Yeah.
So I felt a little bad. And then I had from Kazana the mango lassi. It's just that mango drink. It's a great way to finish it off. So it was pretty good last night. I didn't have anything disappointing.
I like Kazana.
I'm trying to find. Oh, where was the Cuban place? I wasn't paying close enough attention to what it was. It probably was. Oh, I'll have to get it before the end of. Oh, Baya's Catering. Is this what I had? Yes, I don't know if I'm saying this right, the Pan Con Lachon. So it was Baya's Catering, booth 44, BEYA''S Catering.
You'd recommend that?
I'd recommend that sandwich, yeah. And I'd go back maybe and try some other stuff that they have. So that was good. It's the Pan, Pan, Con, Con, Lachon, Lechon.
Huh.
That was really good. But I'll be going back trying some more stuff. I love going to Taste.
Now, when you go back, are you going to still hit up like a couple faves? Or are you going to try and spread the word?
But initially, I'll try to spread it around and try different stuff or get favorites from past years.
So by the end of next week, you'll go there with purpose, saying, here's the 3 or 4 places.
Probably, yeah. Maybe near the end, I'll say I got to get an encore of these ones, of these items.
Do you take notes?
I don't. Notes. There have been years I've made notes on my menu. I should do that. I got a menu at home I could write on.
I would figure you to be a notes guy at Taste of Edmonton.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, because you'd want to go to these restaurants after the fact and know what you liked, what you didn't.
Oh, yeah. If you wind up going to the restaurant, for sure. Jasmine's asking me the name of the place that had the... Oh, was it this? Was it this one? No. Was it the Tokyo Noodle House? Yes, Tokyo Noodle House is where I had the takoyaki octopus ball. Note, contains seafood.
Oh, go figure.
There you go. All right, so that was Taste of Edmonton. I love going to Taste of Edmonton. The off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com. Give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Oh, sorry.
Carnival rides. What is your best, worst experience on a Carnival ride? Your best or worst experience on a Carnival ride? JB in the Nasty Chat, I must have anticipated where we were going with this. I puked on the pirate ship at West Ed at a grade 6 birthday party.
Ooh.
Good memories.
That sucks because you can't go anywhere, and you can't, with the force, the downforce, get out of the way.
No, you can't get out of the way.
It's all over you.
So we want either your best or worst experience on a Carnival ride. You can post it in the Nasty Chat. That's our chat that's going on YouTube.
Does it have to be on a ride, or can it be around the event?
Well, okay, fine, at a Carnival.
Okay.
Or, yeah. But I mean, ride-centric stories maybe. But I guess, yeah, your best or worst experience, something to do with K-Days or at a similar type Carnival. If you're in the Nasty Chat, you can post things there. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. You might be listening on one of the audio streams through iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. We thank you for that. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, and you can text the Rivercree Resort and Casino inbox,
780-780-218-780-9999.
The afternoon inbox presented by Rivercree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. Should we tease what got made this afternoon? Even though we're not doing it today?
I'm not following.
The new intro, the new jingle.
Oh, we have to.
Okay,
it's
so when we do name the animal next week, we now have an intro for it.
Will it move? Will it coo? Could be a dog, or maybe a hawk. Name the animal. Name the animal.
There it is.
What a song.
Thanks to AI, we got an intro for Name the Animal.
It's got a drop and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. You know what some people would say about that? All right, ref week at 4 o'clock.
Hey, I think Ben.
Ben Thompson's up next.
I think Ben is up next.
I think I hear him coming now. And Dave Jackson, former NHL ref, as part of ref week at 4 o'clock. Here's the coup.
25-year-old Gabe Vilardi gets a 7-year deal worth $6.5 million per season with the Jets. He had 27 goals, 61 points through 71 games last season in Winnipeg. And out in Winnipeg, it's the Bombers. Stamps going toe-to-toe for Friday night football. It's a doozy. The Bombers 3-1 entering the game. Stamps 4-1 on the season. Kickoff goes at 6:30. Saturday, it's the Riders and Lions hitting the field before Hamilton and Ottawa wrap up the week on Sunday. For the Jays, they have theirs. Series opener against the Giants. Chris Bassett gets the ball for Toronto. First pitch at 5:07, while at home, Edmonton plays Kamloops in West Coast League action. The Riverhawks, third in the North Division, 3 games back of the Bells for Star Wars night. Catch the full game on any of EST's audio streams. Tune in at 7:05. In Summer League play in the NBA, there's 6 games on the slate, 1 game live right now. 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Orlando trails Dallas 79-57. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring, proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years. Their West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can shop online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Ben Thompson slides in with the fellas for Benny's Blind Rankings. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
I think for McDavid, I have to go with Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. Wow. Okay.
Marvel character, runs extremely fast, can knock you out, can hit you when you least expect it or hurt you when you least expect it because you don't know he's coming, even though I guess teams know. But yeah, I had to do something speed related.
Okay.
So I'm going to do Quicksilver.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet and Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Believe in me, the dreams that I foresee. Believe in me,
Believe in me, believe in me.
the
Dreams that I foresee, believe in me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, what a banger.
Jay Milne singing along to himself. That's incredible.
What a world.
How old is that song now?
Oh, 25 years old.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it still holds up.
Older than Ben.
It's older than you.
It's older than me.
Oh, by the way, I got to do another song here. Well, sort of a song.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
I don't even have headphones.
If you're on, yeah, that's a good point. If you're on YouTube, give us the thumbs up. Jasmine in the nasty chat, our friend and colleague Jasmine, because we wanted your best or worst experience on a Carnival ride or at K-Days or something like that. Jasmine says, I got stuck upside down on the G-Force for 15 minutes at K-Days back in the day.
Gross.
How long ago is the day? Is that at least 10 years?
That's 10 to 15 years ago or more.
So Jasmine would have been around 15, I guess.
Jen Cool says, my hubby took me on that big Ferris wheel at Stampede a couple years ago. I told him I didn't want to go on it. Well, I did and had a panic attack on it. So fun, not. She also adds that she's afraid of heights. So no fun.
Yeah, don't make somebody do it if they don't want to do it. Like if they have their own reasons for not wanting to do it. My goodness. All right, we got a special guest here in the Banquet studio. Spin to Win Fridays at the Banquet, of course. That's today. Spin the wheel for a chance to win big and save on your bill. How can I find out more, you might ask?
How?
Details at thebanquetbar.com on Spin to Win Fridays. Isn't that incredible? All right.
I just look forward to our Banquet's sultry read.
Well, that's coming up a little bit later on to take you into your Friday night. Maybe I'll just go read that to people at the Riverhawks game tonight. I'll just walk up to them.
Just pull up behind them.
You want some passion fruit cheesecake? You got some right here.
Just stand behind them and whisper it into their ear.
Avocado and feta dip. Like they would think I was one of the people walking around selling stuff. Oh, that's a weird thing to.
And you're like, no, at the banquet.
At the banquet bar.
I don't have it, idiot.
What do I look like? Some kind of a vendor? Okay, yeah, I am going to the Riverhawks game tonight. So I the reason I'm going, I try to go to a couple games a year. The reason I'm going is the realtor who sold me my current residence about 2.5 years ago has a client appreciation night. So I'm going.
Wow.
And it just happens to be on Star Wars night. And I met her years ago. We worked at City TV together. She's a former broadcaster who got into realty because she wanted a real stable job, not like ours. So it just so happens I'm going tonight. So, I don't know. If you see me, say hi. If you're dressed as a stormtrooper, try to shoot me. You'll miss.
What are you dressing as?
I'm going like this. I'm not.
That's not fun.
I should have thought I could have gone as a Jedi or something. I guess I could just go up to people and be like, that last run didn't count. Maybe we'll all know the ump. I'll see if Corey Davis is umping. Or Tyler Bourne. He's another guy. Oh, I didn't even tell you. So someone I worked with at Ched, her brother is an ump. I called him and he said, I'd be a good interview. Corey Davis would be better, has more experience.
Really?
That's how I got that interview. I didn't even tell you all that stuff. All right, we got a special guest here in the Banquet studio. It's our intern. Sorry. What school are you going to again? Nate, yes. Hey, good. I went there, eh?
Yeah. Did you?
Yes. Did you?
No.
Oh.
I went to U of A.
I also went there.
You're crazy.
Metawannock alum.
Yeah. Honorary.
Honor.
Yeah. Not actually.
Oh, Papa Homer.
He'll say
so
he actually is, though.
Learned, son.
Sorry, we're playing a Homer Simpson clip.
Okay.
So this is the third week in a row he's joining us on Friday afternoon. It's a good time to have fun, to do Benny's blind rankings. So this is the first time Jay's doing it. So explain what's going to happen here, Ben.
So we're going to have a category, and in that category, there's obviously things that fit in it, and we're going to give you one thing that's a part of that category, and you're not going to know what's coming next. You're supposed to rank them properly from 1 to 5.
Okay, 1 to 5. All right.
So the category is America's best sports cities.
Okay, according to who?
According to Forbes.
According to Forbes, America's best sports cities.
But is this for fans?
For fans and players, I think it takes.
Okay, just best. No, that's fast.
In general.
That's
in
fine.
general.
Okay, this is a good one. America's best sports cities.
I want to preface this as well. This article is kind of fraud because they had Toronto at 17. Okay. So I'll eliminate that.
Toronto.
I'm not going to give you Toronto.
Okay. Can you pull your computer
pull
back?
the computer back in case we see something. No, back.
Yeah.
Back. Sound like Chris Berman calling the home run derby.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep. And we're each doing our own.
Each doing our own. You guys going against each other.
Do we tell each other where we're
putting it? Because we got to say where we're putting it. Yeah.
Okay. You guys' first city is Chicago.
Oh. Chicago, to me, is up there. Now, I don't know what else you're going to bring, though.
I'm going to put Chicago 2.
Yeah, it's 2 or 1 for me, for sure.
Yeah, we don't know what else he's going to give us, but I'm going to say 2.
Gosh, that could be a 1. Like, it could very well be a 1.
That's pretty good.
What are the odds you'd start out with a 1?
That's a
probably
thing.
1 in 5.
He's tormenting us.
Probably 1 in 5.
1 in 5, yeah.
So I'm going to put Chicago for me, anyways, is a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put Chicago 2. I think you're going to come in with a heavier hitter.
Okay. Next city is Detroit.
I'm going to go 4.
Yeah, 4. So we should do them. We should write them down, then say them.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Not that it would have changed.
That's a pretty good idea.
But Coob's got to put them up as we go. That's part of the drama. Right?
Yeah.
Drama.
Over.
I know, but
The second one doesn't appear.
okay. So just slow your roll.
Okay, sorry.
I'm
I'm so excited to do it though.
I'm excited to be here too.
Here, I'll give you more time, Coop. My bad. Okay.
Detroit.
What else you been up to, Ben?
Same old, Reid. Just my typical stuff at the station. Just doing clips and promos.
So what's the thing you've
hangout.
learned most? What's the biggest lesson you've learned on your practicum?
There's so many. New words.
Words of the day.
That's a lot of words. To check in with everyone, make sure everyone's having a good day.
Yeah, that is important. Camaraderie is important. So how many? So Zach, were you the first Nate intern here?
I was.
And you were called Zacticum?
Zacticum.
And then you got hired on air.
Yes.
And then who was after you? Barrick?
Yes.
Brendan Eric?
Yeah.
So we didn't have one in the fall when Jay and I started, right?
No.
And then Barrick was January to February. His name's Brendan Eric. Was I the only one that called him Barrick?
I did from time to time. But
Okay.
B-Dog.
And then now we've got Ben. Are we getting somebody else in September? Do we know yet? I don't even know.
Because that semester would be my class because I had the choice between the summer and the fall.
Yeah, I did a summer practicum as well.
Yeah. I chose summer.
You were like, let's get after it. What am I waiting for?
Exactly.
You want to live.
Yeah. So I know nobody else in my class was going here. So
all right,
pretty sure.
Well, look, somebody's calling me. I called back for an interview. Called for an interview earlier. I'll have to decline that call. But
Take it on air.
bodes well. Maybe we'll get somebody lined up for next week.
Okay, we're good. Zach, you good? Okay. Next city is Houston.
Ooh. All right. So Houston is one of the biggest. I think it's the biggest city that doesn't have an NHL team. I don't know if Forbes would consider that. Houston has obviously the Astros, who some people hate because they think they cheated. Well, I guess they kind of did cheat. They got the Texans, who are kind of a mediocre to below average NFL franchise.
Rockets.
They got the Rockets. I guess they would have NCAA there.
And Houston is a sports hub for like big NCAA, especially basketball.
Yeah.
I think Houston's a fun place too.
For
me, it's obvious. No, I said I think.
Okay. Sorry.
But for me, it's got to be 2 or 3. For you, it's either 1 or 3.
No, I don't know if I'm not putting it 1.
Well, then it's 3 or 5.
But if he's coming
Houston
in,
can't be last. There's going to be a dump on here, and Detroit might have been it.
Here's the thing, though. Nobody calls Houston basketball town. Detroit's hockey town.
Hockey is irrelevant in the U.S.
But I don't think it would be completely ignored by this list. I don't think it would be as relevant, but I don't think it would be completely ignored. Is it a destination? Like do the Texans? Well, they got that young quarterback now.
TJ Stroud.
So I guess, but still, they've kind of been a team. If they make the playoffs, they don't win a game. You know what? I'm putting Houston 5.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm putting Houston 5.
Okay, I'm putting Houston 3.
I think Detroit's got more cachet, quite frankly, because of the Red Wings, because of the Lions' resurgence.
But this is places you want to go.
Where did you put Houston?
I put Houston at 3.
I put Houston at 5.
That is a shame.
Well, we'll see.
Houston's a beautiful city.
You said you haven't been.
I've heard. Have you ever heard of Google?
Is Houston, hey, ChatGTP, is Houston a beautiful city?
What, have you been, Coob?
I actually haven't, no.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Houston. Yeah.
My Sickler, his cousin lives there. Sickler's been to Houston several times. He says it's amazing.
Okay.
So that's why I'm
all right. I'm putting it 5.
Okay. Your guys' next city, I'd imagine both of you has been there. Phoenix.
I have not.
What? Have you?
I've driven through it.
Well, I'm stuck putting it 3 then. Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Now I regret my
Phoenix,
life.
Now I've regret every decision I've ever made in life.
I'm putting, so Phoenix has, okay, well, they have the Arizona Cardinals. They have the Arizona, I guess, are we counting whatever's in Tempe or Scottsdale?
I'm putting Phoenix
or whatever?
5th, and I think it could fall there. Just because it's hot. I mean, I get the
hockey team left. The Suns are a good franchise, aren't they? Well, they have been.
Well, and don't they have the Grapefruit League there?
And they would have a lot of NCAA. They'd have, well, no, where's Arizona and Arizona State? I don't even know.
Yeah,
if one
Tempe.
of them's in Phoenix.
One's in Tempe. But they also have
golf.
the waste management.
Yeah, so that'd be big for a destination. So, you know what? I'm gonna live with it at 3. That's fine.
I have to live with it at 5. Now, this better be a banger. This one better be Nashville or something.
Oh, yeah, because this one's going high for both of us.
Yeah. This is your one.
I'm telling you what I'm hoping it is. New York or Boston. LA wouldn't be number 1. What are you hoping? What are you hoping it is for your number 2 after Chicago?
Nashville, New York, or Boston?
Nashville. I never thought of that.
Oh,
but they don't have MLB. They don't have MLB.
But it's Nash Vegas, baby.
Where do the Titans play?
Nashville, right across the river from where the Predators play.
Okay.
Okay. Your guys' final city is Denver.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, I'm stuck putting it number 1. Now, Denver actually has all 4 teams. Let's look at this, though. It has the Broncos. Generally, they've been a fairly good NFL franchise. It has the Avalanche. Over the last 5 or 6 years, one of the best teams in the NHL. They have the Nuggets, who won the NBA title 2 years ago or last year. They got, what's the good guy that's really good? Jokic. Jamal Murray, the Canadian guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They have the Rockies. They have a baseball team.
What is it? 53-84 or 35? What is it? The Mile High City.
Mile High City.
They put that.
This wouldn't be a bad city to visit.
This is not bad. I think it's too high for your 1.
It's too high for my 1. Chicago should be my 1.
Chicago was my 1.
Yeah, you'll have a better list than I do. More accurate.
My dad
list.
loves Denver. Loves Denver.
What does he like about it?
Yeah, well, he went there. He caught a Broncos game, an Avs game, I think a Rockies game, all at once, I believe.
That's crazy.
And yeah, he was he just loves. I don't know. He was partying down there in downtown. He's good friends with Jerome McGinley, and he was playing for Colorado at the time, so he was visiting him. So, okay.
All right, so my 5 were Denver, Chicago, Phoenix, Detroit, Houston. My blind rankings.
Mine are Chicago, Denver, Houston, Detroit, Phoenix.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so I'll go from the lowest ranked city, and we'll make our way up.
And then you have to tell us where it actually was overall on the list.
Okay, so this is number 5 on the actual list. Houston. Ranked 16 out of 20.
Thank you.
What'd you get?
Wilkie on fire.
Houston at 3?
I had Houston at 3.
Okay. City after that is Phoenix. Ranked 13th out of 20.
Okay.
That should be 4.
I'm not too far off here, buddy.
Denver at 3.
Right, okay.
Well, now you are.
That's ranked
Big
8th.
Papa.
Detroit, ranked 7.
Yeah, see, I get bonus points.
2.
I get bonus points.
And Chicago, number 4.
Yeah, that was ballsy to put Chicago 1. Yeah, well, see, but good for Detroit. I mean, well, it's Detroit, but they got a good sports scene. They got good teams. Yeah. They got new-ish stadiums with the baseball, and well, all of their stadiums would be less than 20 years old, I think. They don't use they don't use old Tiger Stadium anymore.
You guys want me to read the list here?
Give us the real top 5.
So the real top 5, Boston was number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 2 was Philadelphia.
Oh, give me a break.
That's terrible.
What if we get bonus points for throwing batteries at Santa Claus?
Terrible.
Give me a break.
Number 3, maybe I should have done this. San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, but the 49ers don't even play there.
Include Oakland?
Oakland Athletics, Oakland Raiders, San Francisco 49ers, San Francisco Giants.
You'd have to include Santa Clara.
So they're including San Francisco and Oakland.
Atoll.
Okay.
4 Chicago.
Yeah.
I included. 5 Minneapolis.
Ahead of New York.
Let me find New York. New York slash New Jersey.
Ranked on?
New York slash New Jersey is 11.
On Forbes.
Forbes.
That's an interesting list and somewhat controversial and perhaps shady.
Yes. Yeah. Number 11 was New York. 10 was LA. 9 was Miami. 8 Denver. 7 Detroit. 6 Dallas.
Man.
Well, this was fun.
hard.
So how many did we get? I got
one exactly well.
How many did you guys get in the like in the right slot?
One. Houston.
Chicago.
But Jay did better because he put Chicago boldly right in first, right off the top.
Yeah.
So do I win?
I would say, is there any that are like close, like in terms of like just like
everything?
one?
Yeah. Like I was close on Denver. I had that one higher than it actually was.
So you needed to put.
I was close on Phoenix. I had it one lower than it actually was.
Yeah.
And Detroit, I was off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Jay wins this one just because he got number 1 right.
Jay does much better than I did.
But
I don't know about much better.
Yeah, it was close. You got number 5 right. With,
Houston at number 5. That's surprising. To me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what metrics are involved that you would rank Detroit higher than Houston.
Yeah,
because of the teams. The
By,
teams
like,
are more
substantial.
appealing, and there's no hockey team in Houston.
I mean, they had Toronto at 17. Charlotte and the Triangle at 19. So they're counting.
Because is that the 3 colleges that are around there?
No, they have the Hurricanes, Carolina Panthers, and Charlotte Hornets. They're counting all 3 of those.
But then isn't North Carolina Duke and North Carolina State form a triangle? Or I can't remember.
Maybe
because Duke and North Carolina are only 7 miles apart or something like that. They have a big rivalry.
Number 20 was Tampa. Atlanta 18.
Okay. Well, that was fun, Ben.
Yeah.
We like doing that with you. You do a very good job.
Thank you. I'll have my original Benny's Blind rankings tomorrow.
Oh, Hello Hockey's done tomorrow?
The finale tomorrow.
For the season. For the
season.
Not forever.
For the season.
Are they on location or are they here?
I believe they're here.
Do we know any guests that are on?
We're trying to get Dylan Gunther, but we'll see.
Okay, and is Pagnotta on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Ben, thanks for doing this. Great job.
Thanks for having me.
Benny's Blind Rankings presented by Ben Thomson. We got Jay's Play of the Day presented by Jay Milne. When we get back, here's the Coop.
Five-year-old Gabe Vilardi avoids arbitration with the Jets, signing a 7-year extension worth $6.5 million per season. Vilardi having 27 goals, 61 points in 71 games last season. On the field, the 4-1 Stamps battle the Bombers in Winnipeg. Kickoff at 6:30. Over the weekend tomorrow, it's Sask and BC kicking off before Hamilton hits the field in Ottawa on Sunday. And the MLB All-Star break is wrapped up. Jays get back to it against the Giants, opening a 3-game series just after 5 o'clock. Chris Bassett takes the mound for Toronto. Well, back at home in Edmonton, the Riverhawks host the North Paws for Star Wars night. Tune into the action on any of EST's audio streams. First pitch at 7:05. And there's 6 games on the NBA slate. 1 game wrapped up. It was Dallas toppling the Magic, improving to 2-3 in the Summer League with a win of 92-69. Magic dropping to 0-5 in Summer League play. 76ers get underway against the Nets at 4 o'clock. In round 2 action, Open Championship, Scotty Scheffler ending his day at 10 under, taking first place. This sports update is brought to you by Find Edmonton. Find takes your unused furniture and home goods to help those moving out of homelessness. Get donations picked up or drop them off free of charge. Visit findedmonton.com or call them at 780-988-1717. The show rolls on once we get back from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Yes, goaltending needed to be better. Again, Senior Boots, you're not listening. We're not sitting here saying they got there because of goaltending, but goaltending was a part of, they had back-to-back shutouts.
Hey, yeah, one guy had 3 shutouts in 4 games. The other guy went 7-0 until the Cup final when he started his first game and lost.
You can't say despite of goaltending. Yes. Goaltending won him some games.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Do you have pets? Horses? Chickens? Did the place you used to get your feed recently close down? Have no fear. Clover Bar Feeds is here. Whether it's dogs, cats, horses, or chickens, Clover Bar Feeds has you covered. Offering a large variety of food and feed, you can trust the experts at Clover Bar Feeds. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. This means you can expect nothing less than top-notch service and selection. Come visit them at 200 Portage Close in Sherwood Park or visit them online at cloverbarfeeds.com.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Thanks, Koob. Great job, Zachary Kubish, your sports update deliverer, your technical producer here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. Are we still doing this bus? We got the Edmonton Sports Talk Labor Day bus presented by Canadian Club. What do you get here? You get a ticket to the Labor Day Classic in Calgary. Games Monday, September 1st. You get transport to and from Calgary on a coach bus. I think Iwanek's driving it. Leaves departing Commonwealth Stadium. You get 2 Canadian Club beverages on the way to the game. You get a post-game pizza meal on the bus. So it's $150 plus GUST. But with the promo code EST Labor Day, it'll be $125 plus GUST.
I think it's just.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, click Labor Day bus, and go there. But you have to use the promo code EST Labor Day to get the discounted price.
Right.
Plus just.
Elks do not play this week. What's the matter, Coop? Coop's pointing at us.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you guys' attention. If you're watching on YouTube, click in the link in the description down below.
Oh, good. Good man,
It is
Coop.
down there.
Good for you.
And it will be until it's sold out.
You are a smart young man.
Aren't you a cheeky boy?
You're as smart as you are handsome. Remember when the country singer said that to Homer? And he was like, wait a minute. Oh, you meant that as a compliment.
Coob, that's slick.
Good work, Coop.
Wow.
All right. In about 10 minutes, Dave Jackson is going to join us for Ref Week. Dave Jackson, a longtime NHL referee who is now an ESPN rules analyst. So it's going to be awesome to catch up with him. We have an incredible week for Ref Week. Umpire Corey Davis on Monday. Basketball referee Karen Lasuk on Tuesday. CFL referee Justin McInnes on Wednesday. All those people from Edmonton or area. Karen teaches at Blueberry School. Yesterday, Chris Critch one of the best refs in the Western Hockey League for several years. He's retired from reffing a couple years ago. And then today, Dave Jackson, former NHL ref. So awesome stuff. We may try to have a couple more refs on next week because we feel as if, and I guess you never know for sure, but I feel as if the audience has enjoyed this. You made a good point. Like the chat kind of has gone quiet when these guests have been on and then picked up after, which usually is a sign people are locked in and listening.
Yeah,
which is good to hear. And we've certainly enjoyed it. I mean, we've been like totally pulled into these interviews ourselves. So Dave Jackson coming up again in about 9 or 10 minutes. But right now,
It's play, he's
gotta start it
Jay.
over.
It's play, he's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
You were boogieing and shaking it.
Knocked the desk out of place. Jay's Play of the Day is presented by Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca.
Well, those that rode last night were in for a nail biter, but it came through. It cashed. I was a little nervous in the first half. In fact, we had a group chat going around, and I said, look, guys, lots of game left. I think they were down 18
because you had Montreal to win was the first one half of it, right?
Yeah, and then Toronto went up 24-4. It was
to be a blowout in the making.
Yeah, and Montreal came back, but when they scored to get the go-ahead touchdown, I knew they'd have to go for 2, which would have blown the over. But thankfully, the receiver dropped the ball.
Right.
So 26-25. We got the over or the under by 0.5, and Montreal won. So that was a big hit.
So everybody cashed in.
Everybody cashed.
That's awesome. Okay.
So today we're going back to the CFL, and like I've been saying here, simplify. We've got to simplify. Just going with the over tonight.
Okay.
That was a little bit out of alignment for Jay to do an under.
Yeah,
so we're going over. Bombers, Calgary. I think it's going to be a shootout. I see a 30-something game. This one's going to go over. That's Jay's Play of the Day. Go over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. Now, this was minus 116, but they've boosted it. This would be 6 in a row for Jay's Play of the Day. This would be a new PB.
Oh, nice.
It's now boosted to plus 105. So do it if you want.
So the line is 51.5. So I always think of what was the final score have to be. So if it's 27-24, under.
No bueno.
28-24, over.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right. So now what if it's a blowout? 35-10?
Yeah, blowouts don't
42-10.
Yeah. Blowouts
or you want to blow with a lot of garbage time points, like 48-28. You're way over then.
Usually tight games that are, and I mean, look, it's CFL game, right? It's two big teams, two teams that are playing very well right now.
Right.
So I don't see a reason to not think this would go over. I mean, stranger things have happened, but I'm feeling it, Reid. Feeling it.
This is an interesting game, too. And I know we're going to talk more about probably the CFL when we do crunch the numbers for Gallo LLP. We want to look at the standings because there's already the odds are already against the Elks, quite frankly, to get into the playoffs. And depending on a couple, I'm going to say this quickly, though, right before we do that. If you're an Elks fan, and we assume most of our audience are Elks fans, you want Calgary and Saskatchewan to win, I think, on the weekend. 100%. Keep Winnipeg and BC at 3 wins, but we'll talk about that. But this is an interesting game because Calgary is way better than expected. And they haven't just, well, no, I guess I kind of said it. They full marks for their record because they have crushed a couple of teams. They crushed Winnipeg when they played, what did they call that? The Stampede Bowl? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
37-16. And then that score last week in Regina, 24-10, that flattered the Riders, did it not?
Yes.
Because they had a tons of... Now, Calgary turned the ball over a couple times early, so, hey, minus play for them. But they were never really threatened in that game. I mean, you might think 24-10, but really it was kind of never in doubt once they got rolling. And that game against that Stampede Bowl against Winnipeg on July 3rd, like he was over by this early in the second quarter. Like they were just crushing them.
Yeah.
So you look at them, they beat Hamilton. Okay. They beat Toronto. So the only shocker now that you look at the Calgary season is that they lost to Ottawa, who doesn't beat anybody, including the Elks. So if Calgary goes into Winnipeg and wins yet again, then it's like, oh man, they've got something going there. What an off-season job by Dickinson and company to reassemble that team, because they were terrible last year. They were worse than the Elks.
Yeah. And both are strong defenses too tonight in Calgary and Winnipeg, but equally strong offenses. So something's got to give here. And in the CFL, I usually feel that favors an over.
Right.
Can only be a good defense so long till the floodgates open and it's bing, bang, boom, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Right.
So I expect that to be a good matchup tonight. But Reid, at the same, same statement you could say about, well, at the end of this weekend, you could have 4 teams in the West that have 4 wins.
And that's what we want to get into, yeah.
And we'll get into it because that's no good. That's no bueno.
That's scary for the local side. That's scary for the local side.
Yes.
We want to talk about that. Smitty the Welder says the Stamps have only given up 20 or more points once this year. That's a great point. I mean, it's really as good as Vernon Adams, and they got that Alford, the young receiver. Like their offense has been good, but really it's the defense driving the bus there, which is what was supposed to happen in Edmonton. The turnaround was supposed to be led by the defense, and that has not been happening.
They've played 5 games. They've only given up 91 points.
That's remarkable.
Winnipeg's played 4 games. They've given up 94.
Right, and they've played Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. And I mean, actually, like they played Hamilton, who can move the ball, as we've been seeing. So good, really impressive by the Stamps so far. Okay, 3:57. We got our 4:00 break. Ref week with former NHL ref Dave Jackson, now a rules analyst on ESPN when we get back.
The Lock Shop.
Much like your T-shirt today, Matt, that game last night was radically Canadian. Great look today, by the way.
Thank you.
What a comeback. Like, I'm still trying to determine whether I'm giving more credit to Montreal for stepping up and coming up huge in the fourth quarter, or Toronto just wilting under the pressure of the final 15 minutes.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
If you aren't wearing a Connect belt, what are you waiting for? A one-size-fits-all belt with a smooth, hole-free track system makes it adjustable for the perfect fit. With fully customizable options, you can choose your belt color, material, and buckle to suit your style. 100% Canadian-owned and operated, Connect belts are designed for work, everyday wear, and even a round of golf. Check out the large selection of men's and women's styles at www.knktbelts.com. Connect belts, the perfect fit every time.
Rivercree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Rivercree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
$25-year-old Gabe Vilardi gets a 6-year deal worth $7.5 million per season with the Jets. He had 27 goals, 61 points through 71 games last season. And Friday Night Football is Winnipeg hosting Calgary. The Stamps 4-1 while the Bombers hold a 3-1 record too. Other games go on over the weekend. BC playing Sask while the Redblacks and Ticats have a update. Meanwhile, the MLB is back in full swing. Toronto and San Francisco open up a 3-game series. Chris Bassett takes them out for the Jays. And back in E-Town, the Riverhawks face the North Paws for the first of 3 games at home. During Star Wars night, you can listen to the full game on any of EST's audio streams. Coverage starts at 7:05 on the court. There's 1 game wrapped up, 5 games to go. Brooklyn and Philly just about to get underway before the Heat tip off with the Bucks, and the Lakers meet the Nuggets. And overseas, it's Scottie Scheffler leading the Open Championship at 10 under at the end of round 2. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great Friday afternoon. Into the weekend we go. Like we were talking about, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, we were talking about Taste of Edmonton. We were talking about K-Days. Probably more things going on. We're out of town. Maybe some people get out of town for the weekend. I'm going to the Riverhawks game tonight. Not because it's Star Wars night, but it doesn't hurt my interest in it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll use the Force and hit a home run.
Wouldn't that be something?
Maybe all people will think, hey, that's Chewbacca. No, they would more think I was a Jawa. I think, or even though they would think I was an Ewok. They'd be like, hey, there's an Ewok at the game. Oh, no, that's Reid.
They'd just come up and start petting you.
Yeah. I'm going to have to learn Ewok. What are the Ewoks? They were like, gib, 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 gib. The Jawas were like, oh, Janie. Anyway, our next guest is like, this is not why they brought me on. It has been a rough week and a really good week at 4 o'clock every day here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. Really pleased to talk to this gentleman, former NHL referee and now a rules analyst for ESPN. So really interesting guy here. It is Dave Jackson checking in. Dave, I'm Reid. That's Jay. Thanks for taking time for us. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you guys?
Doing well. Thanks for bearing with all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, that's, you lost me with that because I'm old enough to, I saw Star Wars, the original one, in a theater when it first came out. And I left there, people are going to shake their heads, but I left there going, I just don't get it.
Hey, that's okay.
Same way ever since.
Okay, I didn't think I was going to start there, but since you brought that up, let's start there because this will be a fun one. The refs and linesmen travel quite a bit. What is an off day activity on a rare day? You might have a day or two in a city or maybe in your home city. What do refs like to do will you guys, if you're in the same city, will you try to go to dinner with another ref or a linesman, hit a movie, or is it just trying to chill out and get the body, revitalized?
No, I think there's a lot of that. And I think the longer you're in the league, the more things you find to do, the more relationships you make. Yeah, I mean, you meet people. You have friendships in all these cities, which is what I miss. Probably one of the biggest things I miss. I look at my phone, my contacts. I mean, half my contacts in my phone are people I've met in 32 years of being in the NHL. Going to different cities. When I started, there weren't very many Sunbelt cities. There was Anaheim and LA and probably Tampa. So you spend a lot of time, days off, going to movies, and that's guys would go find a movie theater, go see a movie, and maybe meet up with the guys for dinner that night. But now with so many great cities, Sunbelt cities, a lot of guys will, just go hang out. If you're in LA or California, you go walk the boardwalk, go walk the beaches and spend time, play some golf. There's a lot of avid golfers and sightseeing. I mean, there's so many great, I know it sounds sort of kitschy, but Washington, D.C., at the Smithsonian Institutes, New York City, you can walk New York City for days and days and days and never see everything. The museums there. There's so much great stuff to do. And I always tell guys, we're just starting out, take advantage of it. Don't hang in your hotel room and do nothing.
Well, you mentioned golf. Was it not Garrett Rank that did he play in the U.S. Open a few years ago? He's like an elite golfer. So that's pretty amazing. How far in advance? Because, a big story here was, especially in a hockey mad market like Edmonton, like everybody's dissecting that schedule a couple of days ago. How far in advance does an NHL ref, linesman, how far in advance would you guys know where you're going?
For most of the season, about a month month to month and a half in advance where you're going. It enables you to book your flights, book your hotels, get the best rates. And, there's always going to be changes. There's snowstorms, injuries, guys will get sick, and your schedule will change. But for the most part, about a month and a half in advance.
Okay. I've always wondered about that, right? Because that's not easy for you guys being on the road. And what was home base for you when you were reffing?
Most of my career, I'm born and raised in Montreal. Worked in the minors in Montreal, and probably the first 7 or 8 years in the NHL. And then I moved south. I crossed the border. I was in Vermont for about 10 years, and then I ended my career in Denver.
So is there any, when the NHL schedule, the ref scheduler, I don't even know who that would be, when he or she is making the schedule, was there any consideration to Dave lives near Montreal and Boston, he'll get a couple more home games for the Canadians and Bruins, or was there no consideration for that?
For the most part, everybody's sort of required to live within 100 miles of an NHL city.
Okay.
So you don't have guys living in the middle of Montana or something. But traditionally, as a referee, you probably get at least one game a month at home, be a home game. So living in Montreal, I got one game a month. Vermont, I do a lot of Boston and Montreal, probably get one each. And then in Denver, I got one a month. Linesmen would probably get 2 to 3 a month in their home area. My youngest son's now a linesman, lives in the New York area. So, he's got 3 teams right in that area, plus Philadelphia and Washington. But they do travel you. I spent probably 20 days a month on the road. It's a lot of hotels.
Yeah. Well, I remember from a linesman perspective, watching in the 80s when I was a kid, there's a lot of Swede Knox and Randy Mitten at Northlands Coliseum because they were both, and I interviewed Randy a couple of years ago. He was awesome to connect with.
Those guys did a lot of Calgary, Edmonton, back and forth up there. They tended to localize linesmen back in the 90s, early 2000s. So it was a lot more common to have guys see the same linesman all the time. But now they pretty much travel them coast to coast. Okay, so let's transition into, you mentioned knowing the schedule, and then there's the playoffs. So look, when you do a talk show, Jay and I have been together about a year. I've been doing a talk show or working on a talk show for almost 15 years. You hear a lot from fans. You hear a lot from fans who don't think the people in your profession are always doing a good job. And sometimes I just say, look, we're a sounding board. You can vent frustrations. I'll try to understand the rules best I can. Sometimes we're lucky enough to have somebody like you on, Dave. But I also say, look, if you seriously think that there's an NHL referee who is not overly competent, I say write down his name, and then when the playoff assignments come out, see how many games he gets. Can you talk us through that process of, trying to have a great season so you can work playoff games, how the evaluation works for NHL refs? Because, hey, the teams want to make the Stanley Cup final. I assume the refs want to make the Stanley Cup final as well. They absolutely do. And that's the pinnacle of your season. If you get selected for the playoffs, you've done a good job. Now, just because you don't get playoffs doesn't mean you had a bad season. There's lots of reasons for that. Guys could be injured half the season. They come back. They're not 100%. You've got rookies in the league. Rookies have to, be better than the guys that have been working year after year. So it's not uncommon for a new guy, whether referee or linesman, not uncommon to go 4, 5, 6 years without getting playoffs. That doesn't mean you had a bad season. It just means you didn't have a better season than guys that are already there. Then you've got guys on the twilight of their career. They might be retiring next year. You've got to break new guys in. So unless you're a guy that works the finals every single year, the boss might say, listen, guy's had a good career. He's only around for another year or two. I'm going to sit him out this year and put a new guy in. So that doesn't mean he had a bad season. It just means his time has come and gone, and, we're going to take you out this year. But really, the validation is if you get playoffs, it means you're doing well. And not everybody gets playoffs. Like there's 36 linesmen, 36 referees. You only get 20 referees and 20 linesmen in the first round. So 40% of the staff goes home, and not everybody can do playoffs. So it's really tough. And then each round it cuts down. You go from 20 referees in round 1 to 12 referees in round 2 to 8 referees to 4 referees. So just getting playoffs is a big step. To try and move on round to round, you're evaluated and you get there on your performance, not your seniority, not who you know, how you performed.
So let's talk about that evaluation. I mean, we've had a great week in interviewing officials. I mean, you're the second hockey guy. We did a football, we did basketball, we did baseball. So on Wednesday, we were really lucky to have a current CFL ref on the show. And I'm going to ask you about that later, about availability to media for current officials, because it often doesn't happen. So Justin McInnes is an Edmontonian who refs in the CFL. Used to play junior football with Jay over here. So that was a pretty cool connection. And he said, like, we go through every flag, every play that could have been a flag. And he's like, we take the bad calls home with us. Like, we don't like it. In the NHL, how is a ref evaluated? You know, if there might be a tough game for a ref where, you know, there were a lot of iffy calls or controversial calls, what's the process with his superiors to maybe break things down? I know people are really curious about this.
Sure. And I think what you just said too, I don't think there's a referee working in the NHL who doesn't know when he's made a bad call. These guys don't leave the rink and it's just all forgotten. There's a bunch of jokes and, well, I screwed that game up. It couldn't be further from the truth. The amount of nights I laid in bed staring at the ceiling, just replaying a call over and over in my head. And how could I have made that call? Or how could I have missed that call? It puts wrinkles on your face. It gives you gray hair. There is retired officials that are officiating managers, they call them. A simpler term, a supervisor. And they travel all around the league and they debrief you after the game. And they're there to coach you. They're there to critique you. They're to provide a rating to the boss, how this guy's doing. They're also there as a buffer between management. The GM's upset and he wants to vent. He goes and finds the supervisor. So I would say as a referee, you probably have a live supervision 40% of your games during the season. And then as soon as you go back to your hotel room, you open up your laptop. The game you just refereed is right there with every penalty listed. You can just click on it. You don't have to watch the whole game. You just click on the penalty or the missed call that you think you missed, and you do self-evaluation right away. And then mid-season, you get a mid-season evaluation. So they don't rate you. I'm sure there's an internal rating the boss has, but it covers every category. It covers your the calls you make, your judgment, your physical ability, your skating, positioning, your comportment, how you deal with controversy, how your body language is with captains, with coaches, and that's all documented. And usually, if you don't get playoffs at the end of the year, you can't really say, well, I wasn't aware. I thought I was having a great season. If you're honest with yourself, you know how your season's going based on your mid-season evaluation and your in-person evaluations 40% of your games.
Okay, that's awesome information. Dave Jackson, a former NHL ref, now working for ESPN, and we want to get into that broadcasting side of it too. But I want to ask you about this because I get asked this a lot. And look, I host a talk show, so I love interviewing anybody. I wish everybody would talk to me. I've had 3 or 4 chances to interview Bettman over the years, and one day I asked him, would you ever consider refs doing post-game interviews? He said no. He said some of our guys, English isn't their first language. I wouldn't want to put them in a tough situation. And he goes, I don't really know if it would help the fan base that felt slighted in a certain situation. I mean, if it were done respectfully or like a pool reporter. So you ref a game, you call a penalty in overtime. Okay. And after the game, there's a request. I'm the pool reporter that day. And I come over, and I say, Dave, obviously that was a huge moment in the game. What did you see on that? And you provide a quote. The NHL doesn't do that. Do you think they should do it? Would you think referees should be available to speak to the media on occasion? Maybe not all the time, but when there's something that might need an explanation.
Well, I think what fans don't realize is that usually when they're up in arms, it's not a question of, wow, that's a really funky rule that we didn't understand. It's usually just, like you said, a missed call. It's not even usually so much a call that was made. It's usually a missed call, and it's usually a blatant call. And if you trot that referee out in front of a bank of reporters and say, hey, why didn't you make that call, Dave? And I said to them, I didn't see it. I missed it. No one's going to be happy. they're going to be going, well, you're incompetent. And how come you didn't see it? You should have seen it.
Right.
So I really don't think trotting a referee out and asking him why you missed a call, because I can guarantee you 99.9% of referees who miss a call, when they watch it on video, will admit, yeah, I missed that call. Did I want to miss it? Of course not. From where I was standing, I had a couple of things I was looking at. I didn't see it. And that's the most honest answer you give. But it's not going to make anybody happy. So I really don't see the benefit of asking a referee about a call he made or didn't make. But if it was something if it was a rule, some interpretation of a rule, then absolutely I think it would benefit the fan. But I think you'd have to do it, like you said, as a pool reporter. To trot a guy out in his long johns who's been yelled at all night, just being, the verbal abuse. Like, people ask me about the stress of refereeing in the NHL and how you got to skate for 60 minutes, you don't get a break. It's not the physical stress. We're not skating as hard as players. It's the mental stress. It's the constantly tuning out the white noise, not letting that affect you, and having to manage personalities, having to manage people yelling at you all night long, and trying to do that respectfully and command respect, to then trot a guy out in front of a bunch of reporters who are just going to start yelling stuff at you would be unfair. It'd be a fight or flight type of thing. But if you sent a pool reporter into that room, you're now in their house, you're respectful, you've got NHL security there who would be a moderator should things go off the rails. I think it would be of benefit, but only in that situation.
Yeah, and that's the situation I'm envisioning. So thanks for that. I know Jay has a couple for you, but you were talking about the abuse. I joked with Jay when we were doing this. I said we might have to just play booing in the background to make the refs feel more comfortable when we have them on all week. Anyway.
Yeah.
We are joined by former NHL official and current ESPN rules analyst Dave Jackson here. Dave, I want to know about the process of going from, okay, I'm no longer reffing in the NHL, and now you're a rules analyst for ESPN. I mean, that position wasn't around for the better part of your career, if not most of your career. This is something that's new in terms of fan engagement, getting an immediate response from somebody that knows what they're talking about. How did that all come about? Was it you approaching ESPN, or did they talk to you? And just take us through that, I guess, transition.
Sure. I don't think the position existed before ESPN and TNT signed their new current deal with the NHL. They both decided to have rule analysts. And ESPN does it in every sport they have. They have it in basketball, college football, pro football, college basketball. And I just think they felt it was a natural extension, especially there's a lot of new fans in the U.S. A lot of people don't understand the game, didn't grow up playing the game in non-traditional hockey markets. And I think their view was an educated fan becomes a lifelong fan. If you're watching something you don't understand, then you might not pick up, you might not be as interested in it. But if we can try and bring as much understanding of the game and of the rules to the new viewer, the new fan that really wants to learn hockey, it's going to benefit everybody. I think you'll increase your viewership, you'll increase participation, people signing up to play hockey. So I think that was their mindset. We've got it in every other sport. It works well. Let's bring it into hockey. They called me. I'm not really sure how that transpired, who they got my name from, but I know they talked to several people. They asked me if I was interested, would I like to interview for the job? And I said, I would love to. And then what I didn't realize, because once I retired and I'd be sitting on the couch watching hockey and I'd see something happen really controversial and it would get explained and it wouldn't necessarily get explained correctly. And I'd be talking to my wife going, no, that's not the rule. This is the rule. And I'm talking about it. So she says, oh, you'd be great for this job. And I said, yeah, I think I would be. But what I didn't understand was when I was ranting to the television and to my wife, I was taking 2.5 to 3 minutes to do it. I'd start here and it was very circular, and then I'd be on this tangent, and then I'd wrap it up, but it would take 3 minutes. Well, what I realized really quickly is I've got about 20 seconds to do that when they bring me on. So I had to really improve my getting straight to the point and being, here's the rule, here's what it is. This is the criteria, and then you can decide if it was the right or wrong call. And I like how you have me down as the ESPN rules analyst, because people come at me all the time calling me an officiating expert. And why don't I dump on the officials if I'm an officiating expert? I'm not a referee expert. I'm a rules analyst. I explain the rules. I explain the criteria. And Reid, if you don't like the call, you're free to say, I think it's the wrong call. Fair enough. But I'm not there to dump on the officials.
Having said that, though, well, okay, you're going to ask me this. Well, having said that, though, I mean, maybe there was a time where you might have to suggest a former colleague.
Oh, yeah.
Might have been off the mark. Like, was that tough? Like, did you ever get like, geez, Dave, we went for steak in Chicago every year, and now you're saying I missed that high steak? Yeah.
So going back to the average fan, the people that come at me on Twitter when a call doesn't go their team's way, and they accuse me of being in cahoots. And
oh, jeez.
I'm in cahoots with the referees, and they can do no wrong. But I really think that short of me saying the worst thing I could about them, short of me saying that, I don't think I can ever appease the fan who gets a call going against them. But what I will say, and I've said it many times, is that if the referee on the ice was watching the same replay as you and I and had a chance to look at it again, he would agree that was not the right call. That wasn't his best call, and he would probably not have made that call.
So obviously, when you're officiating on the ice, you have a prep. You go through your prep for the day and how to prepare yourself adequately for that game, that whether it's at night or in the afternoon, what have you. How do you prep? Because as far as I understand, you're doing this out of like a studio in Bristol. If I'm not mistaken.
Studio in my home.
Oh, you're in your home.
Okay. Okay.
So how do you prep? Because you're on for that slate of games. And there's probably numerous games going on every night. How has the prep for you changed from when you just had to throw on the skates and know those two teams? I mean, I can't imagine how you'd get ready for that night.
Well, it's so playoffs, especially. There's times we got 4 games going a night. And if the 2 early games go in overtime, I got 4 games going. And you're scanning the screens looking for carnage. And when you see carnage, you turn the volume up on that game and, you let their producers know that, hey, I got something going on in this game. But normally it's very seldom do I do more than 1 game at a time. So I'm able to, a lot of times back-to-back games, and I'll have 1 game going followed by another game. There really is no prep other than staying current with the rules, staying current with the standard as well. Like, that's important. I speak with Director of Officiating Stephen Walkham several times a year, and just like, if something changed on the slashing, the hooking, the cross-checking standard, and he'll update me and let me know what the standard is. I try and attend the officiating training camp every second year. I'll sit in on the rule sessions, watch their video presentation, what they're telling the referees. So, guys, we're watching video on all these different infractions. This is a penalty, this isn't. And that's good for me to see, because then when I see a call in a game, the announcers might go, well, in my day, that wasn't called. And I say, I agree with you. In my day, I didn't call that. But these guys are now being instructed that they have to call that. So you may not like that call. You might not agree with that standard, but that's what they're being told. That's what the GMs want them calling. So it helps me knowing the standard. But by the same token, there's games where I can come on 4 times in a game, and then I can go 3-4 games where they don't need me. The games just fly smoothly. And the line I always remember, I had a buddy who used to fly a 777 from Toronto Pearson to London. He'd do that several times a month. And I said, how cool is that job? That must be really exciting. And he said, it's hours upon hours of doing nothing, punctuated by seconds of sheer panic. And that's how it is for me sometimes. I'll have 2 games back to back, and I'll go 5 periods with nothing happening. And you're just kind of sitting there. You become a little complacent. You're watching the game. And all of a sudden, the goalie gets blown up. The puck's in the back of the net. The crowd's cheering. The teams are yelling. And my producer's coming at me going, what do you got? I'm going, well, let me see 1 or 2 more replays, and I'll let you know what I got. But so, you can't get complacent. You have to be paying attention. You got to be wide awake. So there's a lot of coffee being drank some nights.
Well, I think the genesis of Ref Week, as we've called it here, obviously this is a hockey market. So I believe it was something to do with goaltender interference and you know, but I got to ask you about that because is goaltender interference the toughest call to analyze with consistency?
I think so. Only because it comes down to judgment. It's not like analyzing an offside challenge where you've got the blue line, you've got the puck. As long as you can have a good angle on it, it's pretty black and white. There are certain offside plays where, you know, guy carries it in backwards and his teammates cross him. But for the most part, it's an easier determination. Video goaltender interference, you know, it's not really a science. It's more of an art. And I can tell you what the standard is. I can tell you what the rule is. I can tell you what the interpretation is. But it comes down to one or two people in Toronto seeing that play and determining it had an effect on the play or it didn't have an effect on the play. And I can't read their mind. So I'm trying to tell you what I think this call is, where it falls in the hierarchy of the rules and the standard. And then I say, in my opinion, this goal is coming back. And it'll happen. Sure enough, they go, no, it's a good goal. And so I just got to chalk it up. As long as I keep my average high, I'm okay. But I'm not always right. And it's really tough to guess what somebody else's judgment is going to be on any given play.
Dave, I think it would. I said we'd try to be around 20 minutes. We're coming up on 30, so thank you. So I'll just ask you one more. Maybe we can have you on again because listeners are putting in questions, but we've kept you too long already, but more than I said I would. So I'm sorry about that. But I have to ask you about dealing with, and I've asked every official this week about dealing with confrontation. A player's pissed off, a coach is screaming at you. How, or maybe you just have a funny story about something like that. But I mean, that's something that's visible on TV or when people are in the stands. That player's mad. This coach is mad. Paul Maurice is screaming. I don't think Knobloch screams very much, the Oilers guy. But, you know, your secret to dealing with a tense situation with a player or coach.
Well, I think a lot of times you try and distance yourself from it initially anyways. You know, you don't want to run from controversy, but if you can avoid it and you realize that it's not going to be beneficial if I skate over to that bench right now and get in that coach's face, it's not going to really benefit either of us because then I might be forced to give him a bench minor penalty and I'm going to be accused of causing it because I went over there. At the same time, if there's something that you know he just doesn't understand and you want to explain it to him and you think it's going to settle things down, then you choose. I always tell young referees, you never have to go over to the bench unless you feel it's going to benefit you as a referee. And if it's going to make your job easier, then you go over there and take care of it. If it's going to escalate things and make it worse, you stay away from it, call the captain over, send a message. And I think when you have a case like that where the coach is really upset and you know going over there is going to make it worse, I would usually call the captain over and say to him, listen, I know so-and-so is pretty angry right now. You have my word. The first commercial stoppage, I'll come over and talk to him about it. He'll go over and tell his coach that. And the coach, 9 times out of 10, he'll give you a little wave and say, okay. And then you go over during a commercial stoppage. There's no cameras on you. And you can have a full 60, 90-second. He might not agree with you, and you might go at each other, but you're not in the spotlight. They're not waiting to drop the puck. TV cameras aren't on you. And I think they respect you giving them the time. They might not agree with you, but you allow them to vent. And I think that's really important.
Dave, this was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you so much for doing this. You're incredibly generous with your time, incredibly informative. And I may bug you again at some point, but this was just outstanding. Thank you so much for doing this. We would love doing Ref Week, and we've loved having you on. We really appreciate it. Can't thank you enough.
I just love talking hockey. And you know what? We could even pick some other topic within officiating. I mean, you know, what do guys do to get ready in the off season? What's their training? What's their path to the NHL? I mean, I love talking hockey. So anytime, guys.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
You as well.
That's Dave Jackson, NHL ref. Like I was saying, over 1,500 games, close to 100 in the playoffs. Now a rules analyst on ESPN. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I apologize to the people who were sending in questions and topics that we couldn't get to all of them. But man, oh man, that was outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, just having someone with that much knowledge about, being a ref in the NHL, what it takes, how to diffuse a situation. I found that very interesting because that was unlike most answers we've heard this week.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, if it's hot, I ain't going anywhere near.
He gave a little more, I don't want to say more, he came at it from a different angle than a couple of other guests. Not that there was anything wrong with their answers because they gave us insight as too, but also some of the stuff, again, just with the location of the benches, the TV timeouts, that might be a little more unique to hockey. He was fantastic. We're going to break down some of the things he said. We got a special guest waiting to join us in studio as well. We're halfway through the show. We're having a blast. Hope you are as well. If you're on YouTube and you haven't clicked that thumb up button already, give us a like, share the show with other people, tell them to give us a thumbs up as well. Here comes the Coob with the sports update.
Five-year-old Gabe Vilardi gets a 6-year deal worth $7.5 million per season with the Jets. He had 27 goals, 61 points in 71 games last season. Staying in the peg, the Bombers and Stamps go toe-to-toe. Bombers 3-1, Stamps 4-1 on the season. Kickoff for that one is at 6:30. Saturday, it's the Riders Lions hitting the field before Hamilton and Ottawa wrap up the week on Sunday. For the Jays, they have their series opener against the Giants. Chris Bassett taking the mound for Toronto. First pitch at 5:07, and there's 3 games just about to get underway. In warm-ups right now, it's the Angels and Phillies just about to go at it. While at home, Edmonton plays Kamloops in West Coast League action. The Riverhawks third in the North Division, 3 games back of the Bellingham Bells for first. Catch the full game on any of ESPN's audio streams. Tune in at 7:05. In the NBA Summer League, there's 6 games on tap. 1 game wrapped up, and another live. 76ers down 30-18 against the Nets with 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. This sports update is brought to you by Clover Bar Feeds. Clover Bar Feeds has all the animal feed you'll need. Get top-notch service and selection from their family-owned business. Visit Clover Bar Feeds at 200 Portage Close in Sherwood Park or call them at 780-467-5014. The show rolls on once we get back from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
The commissioner of the Canadian Football League, Stuart Johnson.
One of the surprises, or one of the a newness for me, tailgating varied from market to market, but certainly was a focus of each market. When I walked around in Edmonton and got a taste of, by taste I mean the literal taste of that. I don't know if I've eaten that much meat that quickly in my life.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by Southport Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Got some gently used furniture or home goods that need a new home? Find Edmonton is here to help. Every month we furnish over 100 homes to those transitioning out of homelessness, and we need your gently used furniture and home goods. Drop off at 5120 122nd Street or call for free local pickup. Just visit findedmonton.com to learn how your donations can help create a home for someone in need. Plus shop our thrift store, in-store or online, with proceeds benefit those moving out of homelessness through housing supports. Visit us at findedmonton.com. Find Edmonton, supporting our community one home at a time.
Rivercree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Rivercree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Jason Milne, Reid Wilkins, Zachary Kubish in the Banquet studio. Craving a late night snack? Check out the Banquet's new late night happy hour menu, Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. until close. Enjoy favorites like sweet and spicy lettuce wraps or the Banquet burger at happy hour prices. The Banquet, get real, play hard. We had Dave Jackson on the show as we've at 4 o'clock all week. We've had ref week and just incredible stuff. And Dave, a former NFL ref, an NHL ref, pardon me, now a ESPN rules analyst. And he said, thanks for calling me that because that's the job. I'm not an official evaluator or I'm a rules analyst to explain the rules. It's not his job necessarily to sit there to dump on the refs. And we're going to break down a couple of things he said as we go into buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate, or in studio in about 8 minutes. He's going to pop in and join us for one of his visits this afternoon. Okay, I thought Dave Jackson was incredible to hear from. I think one of the things I got from him and from all the other refs we had on all week, I guess one was technically an umpire, but they care. I mean, yes, you may see some refs, and I've said it myself, they appear arrogant. Oh, look what they're doing. But they need to be confident in their jobs, and they truly care. They don't leave the rink thinking, what a great game. Nailed everything. You know, every power play, every penalty.
Where's my steak?
Perfect. Yeah. Like they're and it's a serious high pressure profession that they are. I mean, I know I say it even when guys I've criticized officials lots in my life and in my job as a talk show host, but most of them are really, really good. And if there's something about their game they didn't like, they take that with them and they got to look at it and they got to watch video and they got to get kind of a report card from the league at certain points in the season. So that really stuck with me.
It was nice, interesting to hear that, you know, you get back to your hotel room and there's already an email waiting for you with every penalty from that game. And oh, by the way, you can go look for the one you missed too, right? Because it's going to be highlighted on that list. So you're staying sharp. But, you know, what do you say? It goes from 20 refs down to, you know, if the finals are 4. So you want to be in the finals.
Yeah.
And if you're in the finals, you're pretty damn good at your job. So that's how you can strive to be better. But at the same time, you know, the thought that, like you said, they don't care. If anything can be, you know, if I can leave this week with anything for me, it's that communication and confidence are key in any of them.
Yeah.
And 2 is that they do care and they want to be the best they can be. Refs don't miss calls on purpose or keep their hand down because they don't, you know what I mean? Like
they know the rules.
They know the rules quite well, but they miss things too. And they miss calls or they call penalties that probably or maybe shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But they do find out about that.
And the communication side of it, I really liked how he explained in the NHL, talking to a coach during a TV timeout, sometimes giving a coach time to cool off before you go talk to him. And hockey, like he said, you might call the captain over. Or in hockey's a sport too. So, you know, Connor's coming on the ice and Knobloch's, though I said Knobloch's maybe not as demonstrative as other coaches, but, you know, Connor's coming on the ice. You know, the ref can be going to his position. He doesn't need to stop. He can skate by Connor and say, tell Knobber I got him during the commercial.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't even have to be, hey, come talk to me. And then it's, as he said, it's not on TV. And even if you're in the rink during the TV timeouts, you're probably not, well, where's the ref going? So you actually can be in front of 18,000 people and go over and be like, hey, Chris, look, Leon's stick was between his feet, and the guy went down. From my view, that's a trip. And Knobloch can say, no, his stick didn't hit his feet. I say, well, Chris, look, from where I got his stick between his feet and a guy falling to the ice. That's why I got a trip. Okay? Like, give him a chance to explain himself. And he said, the coach might not like it, but at least they can have that dialogue. So that's one thing I took out of all this week. And none of these refs have said, oh, we avoid confrontation. Oh, we avoid talking to coaches. They might say, let's do it on our terms or when he's cooled down, but none of them said, I never have to talk to the coach.
No, you have to.
They've all said they're fine with it.
That's part of the job. But it was interesting to hear, okay, this coach has to cool down. We're going to wait. We're going to relay a message that says, we'll get you in the TV timeout. I thought that was fantastic. And that would be a good tactic for any ref.
Yeah.
Is if it's a hot situation, what does he say to his young refs? Are you going over there to help you? Or do you think by going over there, it's going to escalate the situation?
Yeah.
Because if it's going to help you, sure, do it. If it's going to escalate, take a break and walk away.
This has been a great week, and Dave, transitioning to the rules, and great question about goalie interference. I mean, even he said sometimes I say it's going to be a certain way. Here's how I would call it. The ref on the ice or the command center comes up with a different call. What do they call it in the NHL? Not the command center, but whatever. So I mean, hey, there's always going to be, even amongst the top level officials, they might not see everything the same way. But that's what makes it a difficult job. But I'm just glad we had a week of current, everybody was current.
Sure.
Except for Dave, but he hasn't been out of the game that long, and he's in the game. And as he said, I like that he said, I still go to the rules camp every couple of years. I'll still ask Stephen Wackham, what's going on with this call? That's not what I thought the standard was. Why is this happening now? So he's totally invested in it. But Terry in the chat says, so inconsistent in their calls. One week it's a call, the next week it's not. That's why I won't watch it anymore. Besides my team, the Elks are done anyway. I guess he's talking more about CFL. I get that. Like that's always going to be a criticism of officials. What are they looking at? Why was that a call last week and not this week?
That is the biggest issue. That is consistency.
That is the biggest issue.
Yes.
But again, also, as we've been talking about, each game could be different. You don't know if there was a dialogue with refs saying, hey, I'm calling the next slash. I see what you're doing. Like we asked Karen that with guys throwing elbows or shoulders in basketball. Do you ever say, look, you guys are doing it to each other. I don't want to call a foul, but technically you're committing fouls. So the next time I'm just going to call the guy that delivers an elbow, even if it's not the most severe elbow you've delivered.
Yeah, and especially when things go to the command center or whatever you want to call it in the NHL, where as Dave just alluded, two people sitting there that are reviewing this.
Right.
That needs to be consistent. And at times it hasn't been, it's frustrated us. You and I sitting here through the season, it's frustrating as one night's this way, one night's the other way. But yeah, we got to have him back on because he's just a wealth of knowledge. Be interesting to see how you would prep for a season as a referee. How do you get ready to go? I mean, 20 nights a month, you're on the road. That's not easy.
No. That was incredible. Great stuff. Your reaction, of course, is welcome. You can post in the chat, the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. Share the show link with other people and encourage them to check it out. Same thing if you're listening on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. And, of course, you can always text us at 780-218-9999. Rivercree Resort and Casino inbox, home of the kitchen restaurant, all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet for just $49.99 every Sunday from 4 to 10 p.m.
We should, it should be a thumbs-up kind of afternoon for Ref Week. What do you say?
Must you click? Please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
I think Damon Bunting might be around.
I think I hear him coming now.
Here comes the Coop first.
Gabriel Velarde avoids arbitration with the Jets, signing a 6-year extension worth $7.5 million per season. Velarde had 27 goals, 61 points in 71 games last season, and on the field, The 4-1 Stamps battle the Bombers in Winnipeg kick off at 6:30, and over the weekend tomorrow, it's Sask and BC kicking off before Hamilton hits the field in Ottawa Sunday. And the MLB All-Star break is wrapped up. Jay's back in action against the Giants, opening a 3-game set just after 5 o'clock. Chris Bassett taking the mound for Toronto. And there's 2 games underway right now, both scoreless. One of the games has the Padres taking on the Nationals in the top of the first inning. For the Riverhawks, they host the North Paws at 7:05 for Star Wars night. Tune into the action on any of EST's audio streams. And there's 6 games dotting the NBA Summer League slate. 1 game live right now. Nets up 39-33 on the 76ers with about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call Advantage Sports Medicine at 780-460-9977. You can also visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. The one and only Damon Bunting joins us next in studio. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Hangout.
You're jealous of Cooper.
I am.
That's me too. My daughters want to hang out with my dog more than they do with me most days.
Okay, is it appropriate to tell an adult story? Not what you're thinking, Tom. You see that he immediately stroked his beautiful hair.
I did. The wheel's not turning very quick.
We've officially gone off the rails.
Yeah,
This is where we wanted to go.
That's what this show is.
We'll circle back.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Salute to Service is back. Your Edmonton Elks battle the Hamilton Tiger Cats Saturday, August 2nd, 1300 hours. We're incredibly grateful for all those who serve our community, so we're dedicating this game to them with a celebration for all service workers, featuring a pre-game flyover by the Royal Canadian Air Force, and see who wins our inaugural Salute to Service Cup flag football tournament. EE Salute to Service, presented by James H. Brown & Associates, Alberta Injury Lawyers. Tickets start at just $20. Score yours now at goelks.com.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Hey, happy Friday, 4:49 p.m. Hope you have a great weekend ahead of you. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Damon Bunting, of course, provides us with buying or selling every day on the show since we started, and sometimes Damon pops in, just kind of like Kramer, just comes over sometimes. You don't have the same entry though.
You should.
I could.
You should do the just pop. But you popped in.
If you let me, I'll do it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by, buddy. It's good, and thanks for continuing to support the show.
Yeah, it's always good being
here. Thanks for being part of the
and-
golf tournament, because you were on all the flags, and you're doing the social media stuff with people posting the pictures. That was a lot of fun at the EST Golf Classic. You're just a fun, supportive guy.
Well, you want to be a fun, supportive guy supporting fun, supportive guys.
Whoa.
There you go.
Round and round we go.
I mean, I think we've talked about it too before, but it's like, even in my line of work, and when you work with partners and whatnot, I've always told people, like, good people find each other, right? And but even being at the event. It's so much fun, but it's a safe place where you know everybody. They're just good people, right? So,
and you and your team finished, what was it, third?
There's an asterisk with the top two. We should have been
controversy.
Yeah, but we won't. We don't need to talk about it.
Controversy.
Yeah, we don't need to win. We just want to have fun.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But I did not aid our team. They kind of had to put me on their shoulders. No, I'll be honest.
I've
struggled. Had a couple good shots.
I've equated you. You had been like the glue guy of your team.
I was the glue guy of my team.
So you did aid them.
That's true.
With moral support, maybe the odd clap, maybe the odd hooray,
little quip.
A quip.
You know I'm good for that.
Yes, you are. Okay, I got to ask you this. Our off-topic topic today for William Huff was what best and or worst experience on a Carnival ride for Damon Bunting. You got one?
Are you into rides? Because I introduced this segment by saying that's not me. I'm not going on the Drop of Doom or the Puke Meister or the Gravaspin. I might, like when I was a kid, I might do the bumper cars. That was enough for me.
Yeah, actually, one does come to mind when I must have been in, was it elementary or, yeah, it would have been elementary. So
this the good old medieval days?
The medieval days in Sherwood Park. So I don't know what spinning one it was, but so I think it was my oldest brother. It was their football banquet. So you're eating like roast beef and and they're like, oh, wow, let's just go down the hill and go on these rides. So my brother, Brad, and I think it was him who was with me. And all of a sudden you're just like, you just see, I threw up. I think he did.
Oh no.
But you just kind of in slow motion, just see it. So I don't know where it went, but it wasn't on me.
How old were you? Even a teen yet, or not even?
I would say I probably would have been like grade 6 or something like that.
What is that? 11, 12 maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Now this is just bringing up other stories, like not K-Days, but
that's got to be up there with getting pooped on by a bird, is getting shrapnel on a ride with puke.
Yeah, I might prefer the bird poop.
I would too.
To human
Just
vomit.
how disgusting that would be. It's hot vomit that smells like hot dog and beer coming all like just right. Oh gosh, that would be terrible.
I know. I'm sure there's a few more. And some of this, like as of late, it's like you have to go to over under and try to like win back what you pay for the rides, like the cost now.
See,
right?
that was my big one, and maybe that's a Sherwood Park thing. I don't know, but like especially like. Okay, maybe you're a little underage to play over under, but you'd go up there and those carnies wouldn't care. They just want you to, whatever. So over under was a hit.
Yeah, slide me an extra loony. And at the time when a toonie came out,
that changed the game.
Game changer.
Bigger
carnies love that. So they're like, flip me a toonie, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. So what you said when you got here, we were just talking off air. Did you just list a house of a nasty or something like that, or?
I did. And actually, it's been great. That was today. Actually, he goes by the handle Diamond Dave.
Nice.
Okay.
So, but even since our partnership and just working with you guys, it's been like actually really, really good for real estate.
Yeah.
So it's just, there's a longtime listener from Calgary, just met him on site, comes up, here's the keys. He goes, if you're with those guys, you're good.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I will have to say I'll applaud, Dusty right down to everybody on the team.
Even Coop.
Even Coop the corgi who was here.
I don't know. He was a little aggressive 5 minutes ago.
I appreciate
a little
that.
bossy.
Coop snapped back at Reid there in the break.
Yeah.
And I'm here for that.
And he called us old.
Well,
to him we are.
To him, we are very old.
Were you guys born in like the 40s or something?
Okay,
not quite.
Wow,
Not quite.
Yeah,
Not
get
quite.
back behind your monitor.
Close.
I'll turn off my mic.
Let me tell you about the gold rush. All right, so business is great. Now, from our and we want to ask about your golf tournament too before we go. From a realtor perspective, I'm always curious: is this the most intense part of the year? Does more stuff happen in the summer, or does it vary? I'm just wondering.
It does vary. Spring's usually very, very active, but it's been a year of very low inventory. Last year, like July 1 hit, it died. for like 2-3 weeks. So you're able to get caught up, go away for a couple days. And yeah, we were just talking before. I don't know if we've had a busier July, like in recent memory.
Really?
Like I've been licensed over 17 years.
Well, we're now saying over 18.
Yeah, we're giving you 18 in the
Well,
Reid.
because we've had this since September, so it's got to be over 18.
Oh yeah, well I guess it would be 18. So I'm even older than I thought. But whatever. But no, it's been awesome, and it's great. I would just message to anybody thinking of selling, it's a good time. And with buyers, you have to be on your toes, right? So ready to pounce. Yep. So it's been a very good summer. So who knows, like next week, the week after, usually you see a lull sometime in the summer and then it ramps back up into September.
Okay, cool.
So as Reid and I know, and most of the listeners know, but you work very closely with the Robin Hood Association in Sherwood Park. You've been doing a golf tournament, and you can explain how long and whatnot, but tell us a bit about your relationship with Robin Hood of Sherwood Park and the event that's coming up, and just how many years you've been doing it and how successful it's been.
Yeah. So currently I'm actually on one of the boards at Robin Hood Association, which has been awesome just to see behind the scenes and what it takes for a not-for-profit to actually function. And it's a challenge now, like in terms of funding and that type of thing. But I may have said on a previous show, just growing up, like as kids, like we were around a few of the folks that actually are clients of Robin Hood Association. So through elementary, they had a buddy system. So one of the clients, and he's been calling every other day, every other hour, but there's so much fun to be around, and like the joy, and even with some of the challenges they may have. It's just been kind of throughout my life. And then
the clients are special needs.
Sorry. Yeah. So, and then my one brother, who I'll say 50-50 puked on that ride. I 100% did, but Brad worked in the kitchen there for a few years. And then, I then got more exposure to it. And then it was just kind of a chat with Michael at the Keg in Sherwood Park. It's like, hey, we should kind of plan something. And it was we were just chatting, and now we're in our 8th year of the event. And over those 8 years, we've raised over 140,000.
Oh, wow.
So, and it just goes to such a good cause. And it's actually a very small tournament. I think we're going to have 32 golfers. We usually have 28, but it's basically we sell out just with sponsorships alone. So I'd love to invite people to come out, but it's smaller. So the fact that we can raise that amount,
for sure.
With the group of people we've had, you were involved a few years ago. And again, it's just good people wanting to support, but it's a fun event. We have a few of the clients actually on site. So then people get firsthand. It's like, well, what am I sponsoring for? Who am I helping? Is like, well, they're right in front of you, right?
Yeah,
so it's very cool. It's an intimate day and evening, and the Keg puts on a awesome dinner afterwards, as you know they always would. And the MCs last year were probably the best I've ever seen.
I think
at any event.
I
don't know if you know those guys.
Pretty high caliber guys. Yeah, that was amazing.
Good dudes.
Damon, thanks for coming in. How can people find out more about Damon Bunting Real Estate and the golf tournament?
So the golf tournament, I actually don't have that website off the top of my head, but you can just Google, every year I want to change it, but it's the Damon Bunting Charity Golf Classic. My handle on social media is Damon Bunting Real Estate. And my website, damonbunting.com, we are going to revamp probably in 2 to 3 weeks, just with a new brokerage change to the agency in January. It's just, hey, we're in July, so you might as well actually get caught up with updating everything, hey?
Why not? Thanks for coming in. I mean, you're the best, and it's your connection to the community and the way you can reach people and help people. I think that is, I most admire about you and about now the year since I've got to know you. Thank you very much for coming by.
Thanks. You already karate chopped me a few times there too. That was close.
Yeah. I'm very handsy when I talk.
I am too, actually. That's why I had
I'm always
my hands under the table for a little bit. Thanks for having me.
First show at Rogers Place, when we moved to Rogers Place, I slapped Rob Brown in the face. I knocked his glass because I was standing and he was sitting next to me, and we'd never been in that environment before. And I was gesturing, and all of a sudden, I just knocked Rob's glasses off.
Brown goes down.
Yeah, down goes Brown.
Down goes Brown.
All right, that's Damon
awesome.
Bunting. We love him. Damon Bunting, Real Estate. 5 o'clock break.
Two guys and a goalie.
I think for McDavid, I have to go with Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. Wow. Okay.
Marvel character, runs extremely fast, can knock you out, can hit you when you least expect it, or hurt you when you least expect it because you don't know he's coming, even though I guess teams know. But yeah, I had to do something speed related. Okay. So I'm going to do Quicksilver.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet and Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
The Jets lock up Gabe Vilardi for 6 years on an annual salary of $7.5 million. The 25-year-old suited up in 71 regular season games last year, recording 61 points and 27 goals. Friday, night football as Winnipeg hosting Calgary. The Stamps 4-1, while the Bombers are 3-1 on the season. 2 other games over the weekend has BC playing Sask, while the Red Blacks and Ticats have a date. Winnipeg and Calgary kickoff at 6:30. Meanwhile, the MLB is back in full swing. Toronto and San Francisco opening a 3-game series. Chris Bassett taking the mound for the Jays, and 3 games are underway right now. White Sox up 3-0 over the Pirates in the end of the first, while top of the second, the Phillies lead the Angels 1-0. Back in E-Town, the Riverhawks take on the North Paws for the first of 3 games at home. Listen to the full game on any of EST's audio streams. Coverage starts just after 7 o'clock. And one game is live right now in Summer League action. It's entering the third quarter. Nets up by 1 point, 44-43 over the 76ers. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Must you click? Click. Must you click?
All right, hope you're having a great Friday afternoon. We're having a great time bringing you the show along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. The Coob is here as well, Zachary Kubish. We just had an in-studio visit from Damon Bunting. Damon Bunting Real Estate. They bring us buying or selling every day on the show. Dave Jackson was on for an extended interview as part of Ref Week. That's been incredible. Talking to a variety of officials from a variety of different sports. Dave, a long-time NHL ref, now a rules analyst with ESPN. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $20 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. All right, we are going to have the oil understood for GCL Diesel. We'll have, of course, the words of the day. We will get into crunching the numbers as well. We'll crunch the numbers for Gallo LLP. That's going to be a little football-centric this afternoon. A couple of interesting games coming up in the West Division tonight and tomorrow. Calgary at Winnipeg tonight. Saskatchewan at BC tomorrow. If you're in the nasty chat, give us a thumbs up. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can text 780-218-9999. That's the afternoon inbox presented by Rivercree Resort and Casino featuring Italia Restaurant, home of the $6.99 brunch special from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays. The off-topic topic for William Huff with K-Days underway. What is your best or worst Carnival ride experience? Now, Damon had a great one. It did involve vomit. Perhaps that might be the worst experience for several people. Coob, are you a ride guy? Are you a K-Days guy? Will you even bother going?
I might. I'm trying to convince people to go, Reid. Like, people in my age group should be excited to go. I have a buddy who's very motion sick who can only go on a couple before he has
he's motion sick all the time?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I walked 5 feet. I got to puke.
Yeah. When he goes on rides, he doesn't really enjoy it. But I love them. And I've been on rides quite a few times. But the only one that sticks out to me is actually a ride that you brought up off the top of the show, the Mach 3, I believe it is.
Yeah, where's my list of rides?
Yeah, you got the Klondike Pass there, the Mach 3. It doesn't go
So what
that
is
fast.
this one? That's the most expensive one. That's the only one that's 17 tickets.
Yeah,
all the other ones are either 12 or 15.
And I don't do the tickets. I have the ride all day pass, baby. And I get the VIP line. I get the bougie stuff. It's basically bottle
When are you going to
service.
do this?
I don't know if I'm going to do it this year, unfortunately.
But in the past, you've purchased a ride all day pass for K-Days.
I have, yeah, every single year.
So even last year, like as an adult, as a young adult, you've done this?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's exciting. Yeah, you just go on rides. You know, by the end of the day, if you go on like 6 rides or 8 rides, I like spending the whole day there, right?
Okay.
So I go there when it opens, leave, buy fireworks, make it a whole day.
So what is the Mach 3? How does that one work?
The Mach 3, it's a long-shaped ride. Like, I don't really know how you describe it. It's kind of like, I don't know, think of a baton's the only way I can describe it. I'm not great at
cigar-shaped?
Sure.
It's a UFO.
Let's say that. Yeah. It's basically a long-shaped object that has bulbs at the end of it. It's like a Q-tip.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
And the Q-tips is where you seat. It seats 8 people at a time, and you change out in pairs of 2. And what it does, all it does is spin up in the air, so you're really high, and it stops and rocks back.
So
you sit there for 10 or 15 minutes.
Are you strapped to the wall? Like,
so
do you have some kind of harness
sort
on?
of seat and capsule just facing out over the skyline of the city and Northlands and stuff like that. So you get to see all the rides, the mega drop. It's a great view. But I know people who've got stuck up there for hours on end.
Jeez.
And in a separate moment, I know I'm long-winded with this answer.
No, this
there
is
was
fine.
a tornado warning one year when I was there.
Oh my goodness.
So we had to finish up on our ride and go hide in the LRT station for about 30 minutes. Everything was fine.
Oh
of
my
course.
goodness.
There was nothing that hit, but it was a bit spooky. I was about 14 then.
Okay, so the off-topic topic, your best or worst Carnival ride experience. I have some limericks to read. First of all, Bronco Nick always emails in to read at edmontonsportstalk.com. As we move through summer, days like today may be a bummer. National Caviar Day? Really, you don't say. Hey, all, don't forget to be a thumber. Absolutely. If you haven't already given us a thumbs up on YouTube, get in there and do that right away. VR Montenegro writing in as well. Check out Taste of Edmonton like Reid did. Exotic fare like slices of squid. A question for you all. Does an octopus ball dangle better than the left one of that kid? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. That is a moment that is going to live in infamy on this show. By the way, so Pat that I mentioned from the banquet in the brew house, that's the kid's dad that gave us that epic line. Another email here. This is not a limerick from Collingwood Rob. Hi, Reid. I've really enjoyed the segments with officials. The only negative has been most of them are still calculated in their responses. Chris Critch even stated, as he hopes of other job opportunities, it's too bad they can't be as candid as retired players are. There are so many other stories that we don't get to hear. I thought that they were pretty honest myself. I don't know if I ever heard that an official was holding back. I don't know if they would want to come on and bring up an old beef or an argument necessarily that they had with a player. I mean, the Corey Davis, the baseball umpire on Monday, said that he had a coach asking him to get kicked out of a game once, so that was pretty candid. I didn't necessarily think they would be diving into the exact language, perhaps, of conflicts that they may have had with coaches, with players. I personally, I think we got a lot of honesty, which was pretty good. I think we learned a lot about the mindset of the official, the preparation of the officials, the professionalism of the officials. So I thought all that went pretty well. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, Rob, I didn't ever feel someone was calculated in their responses. I thought they were still professional in their responses, but I thought we got a lot of pretty honest stuff over the course of ref week. And I know how you mean that. I know you're not like being negative about it. I guess I just didn't interpret it that way when I was hearing what they were saying. You can always email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. All right. Jason Milne is going to come back. He's visiting with Damon Bunting. Goob, you're wearing a Trappers hat. I'm going to the Riverhawks game tonight. I have not been this season, so I'm going to eat there. I ate at Taste of Edmonton last night. I'm going to eat at the Riverhawks game tonight. Probably just get a ballpark dog.
Oh,
or the dogs. Have you been this year?
I have been.
What do they have besides hot dogs? Do they still have the pierogies or the nachos, or do they have a pierogi dog, or what do they have?
I don't know if they have a pierogi dog. I haven't looked at the entire featured menu, but the one that stuck out to me, which I had, was a sort of like chicken burger or chicken slider or something like that, like teriyaki chicken. I'm not sure what it was. It was great. Some Cajun chicken or something like that, some spiced chicken. And they deliver it right to your seat, Reid.
No, they don't.
Yes.
You have to line up.
You can, but there's an app that you can get on your phone. It's called Order.
Seriously?
ORDR.
Yeah, come on in, Jay.
It's your show. Come on.
That's not true.
Yes.
You can order. Okay, what if I just wanted one hot dog?
You can do it, but you're paying at the extra charge, though. So it's like $3 for delivery fee.
I did not know they had that.
But you get to save the time. You get to watch the entire game. You don't have to sit in line or stand in line. I guess most people don't.
No, it's my understanding, though, and experience of going to a Riverhawks game that most people aren't watching the game. Quite frankly.
Yeah, that's probably
which is fine. Which is fine. I mean, I think that a buddy said to me, the Riverhawks have the largest and best patio in the city.
True.
And look, we had a player on the show. While you were away, I had Carson Latimer on the show, who did wind up getting drafted a few days after he was interviewed. There certainly are a lot of big baseball fans in the city. I just feel they're not selling the quality of the team. When we talk about the Oilers and the Elks, we're talking about the quality of the team.
But isn't that refreshing, though, for the Riverhawks
I'm not,
to go to the game
This is not
tonight?
a criticism. This is, I know people are probably, there's grouchy old Reid again. No, this is not me being curmudgeonly.
I think it's a compliment.
I think it's great they're getting people to the stadium.
Yeah.
I'm just saying no one leaves a Riverhawks game. Why did the manager do that? Why is that guy in right field?
Why didn't they put in a reliever in
left field? Why didn't they put it? It's not like leaving an Oilers or an Elks game.
And I think that's a compliment.
Right.
That the infield or the experience at the stadium is so good and so refreshing, and you're just watching a ball game. Now, obviously, those kids that are playing want to win.
Yeah, for sure.
And they've been good, but it is something unique. And I think that's maybe why there's such a calmness about going to a Riverhawks game. Is because you know it's going to be good.
You're not going to be sour the next day.
Yeah, it's
they lose.
guilt-free sports.
Right.
You know, because you're not that invested in the team to say, oh, dang them, or that stupid coach or manager. I think that's a compliment.
I mean, Easy E says, I'm just there for the beer bats. I know I have a friend who got a beer bat a couple years ago.
Are you going to get a beer bat tonight?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't care about that type of stuff. I don't need a beer bat.
Well, maybe you don't realize you need a beer bat.
The Big Uke says, I'm having fun in the sun, drinking a beer, cold beer out of a bat. Yeah, the bats really resonate with people.
It's a big thing. Oh, yeah.
They are pretty cool. Again. What I like from the standpoint is the Riverhawks have craft beer, actual craft beer, not something Molson came up with, but it's not actually craft beer. Like they have Alley Cat. I don't know if they have other breweries or if they just have Alley Cat, but Alley Cat's an Edmonton brewery.
Yeah, 99th Street.
And they can't, the larger teams like have deals with large breweries like the mega breweries, or an entire league has a deal. Like I think all the NFL is Coke. I don't think it's team by team. I think maybe Jerry Jones might have gone Pepsi with Dallas and somehow got out of it.
Oh, you're talking beverages.
Beverages. I think. So, yes, not at the Dallas Cowboys. Read Jeff Perlman's book, Boys Will Be Boys. That's a good book. I've interviewed Perlman a few times. He's good. But that's the one thing I like is that you can have the local beer that you can get there as it should be. I mean, I guess like the Riverhawks, like I guess the way I put it, there's nothing corporate about it. Like you go to an NHL game, it's big time and it's fun, but it's, there's millions or billions of dollars behind what's happening.
Yeah.
Right. So if the beer deals with that beer, that's the beer. That's how it's served. It's the same in every stadium. It's different with this is not a criticism. They're doing it well. Obviously, they're doing exceptionally well. I mean, didn't they have 92 fans for the fireworks game on Canada Day? Like, it's become a destination. It's become something to do in the summer.
9,200 fans.
What did I say?
92.
That would be people watching you and me run the 100 meters. I mean, 92 ants.
No, they've got a really good thing going there. They really do.
They do. And I'm going to go tonight.
Who are they playing? The Wenatchees?
See, I don't even know.
Kamloops North Paws.
How do you know that?
First of 3 games. Because
I've
been reading it in my sports updates, Reid, and you can tune into the game live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Oh, here we go. I got the schedule right here.
The North Paws?
Remember when I knew almost all the team names? By that, I mean half.
Yeah.
Is it the North Paws?
I don't know. Is it?
And then they go to Wenatchee. That is the Apple Sox. And then it's Kelowna. And that's the Monsters? What's Kelowna again?
Kelowna?
Yeah.
Falcons.
Kelowna Falcons. They have a traditional name.
What's a North Paw?
Instead of a Southpaw.
The Southpaw is a lefty.
Southpaw's a lefty, so they just went.
What is this team made of righties?
Yeah, they only have right-handers. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great if they're like, well, sorry, you're a great prospect, but we only accept right-handed hitters and throwers on this team.
And I should note, actually, including tonight, the Riverhawks only have 9 home games remaining. I mean, I guess maybe they'll get playoffs. I think I don't even know what their record is. I think they're second in their division.
They're third in their division. They're 3 games back of the Bellingham Bells.
And what do you have to finish? First or second, or is it divided into halves?
What now?
Sure.
Yeah, there's 2 divisions. I don't.
We don't even know how the playoffs work.
Yeah, they're 20 and 15.
But that's the thing. It's like I just want to go to a ball game and sit outside, and it is a great view down there. I mean, you see the bridges, you can see the river, you can see across to the south side, so it is pretty cool.
What do you think the North Paws mascot is?
I think they have a second and first half champion. Yeah, because I'm on the West Coast League standings. Edmonton was third in the first half, and they are second in the second half. I think the 2 half winners make the playoffs. Sorry, Jay, will you ask me something?
North Paws, what's their mascot?
Oh, wow, this is fun. Is it an animal?
Yes.
Is it a beaver?
No. Why would you think a beaver?
Because Canada.
North Paws.
Is it a bear?
No.
Is it a bear? Is it a bear? Does it have claws? Does it have claws?
Yeah, more like nails.
It's an animal.
Yes.
Is it a person?
No.
Is it a cat?
Well, there's a person in the
Is
costume.
it a cat?
It is not.
Is it a domesticated? And this is like name the animal all over again, but it's not the sound.
Yeah, it is.
It is a cat?
Domesticated.
Is it
animal.
a dog?
Yes.
Is it a cute dog?
Very.
Do I have to know the breed? Is it a corgi?
I don't even think they know the breed.
It's just a cute looking dog.
His name's Homer.
Oh, nice.
And they refer to him as a white and brown canine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Coop, can you turn me up? Get the name of the animal jingle again, and we got to introduce this. Get this to be an earworm. Like,
I don't
click,
think we're
click,
getting
click.
away from name the animal. Coo.
Could be a dog, or maybe a hawk. Name the animal. Name the animal.
I love that.
That's incredible.
Is it a coo? Is it a moo?
No, will it? No, hang on.
Oh, will it?
It's coming. Oh, yeah. Will it moo? Will it coo?
Will it coo?
Yeah. Is it a dog or maybe a hog? Name the animal. Name the animal. Those are the lyrics. I've committed them to memory, everybody. It's pretty amazing. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca or the Play Alberta app. Go to sports, get the EST specials, including Jay's Play of the Day. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. What's the matter?
A Tief sent in a limerick, and it's a limerick.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Do it now. Do it live.
On Reid's show, we bid referees cheer. For fairness and whistles, we revere. As the week comes to close, their passion still glows. In every play, their voices we hear.
No, pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty
good. That's the first one that's like been in proper
Did he use
form.
AI?
I don't think so.
Well, he made the Ike Howard song using AI, so I don't know.
Tief, if you did, good on
AI
you.
Tief.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, baby.
It's fine. We got to do the oil understood for GCL Diesel. We'll crunch some numbers for Gallo LLP. We will do our words of the day, all in the final 33 minutes of the program. Here's the Coop.
Right now, the Jays are underway against the Giants for the first of 3 games. It's runless in the bottom of the second. Runner on first and second. Or it's bottom of the first. Runner on first and second. 1 strikeout. 1 out for Toronto. Bo Bichette at bat for the Jays. And there's 7 other games live around the league. Angels and Phillies locked at 1 apiece in the top of the third, while the Athletics and Guardians are runless in the bottom of the first. And out in Winnipeg, 25-year-old Gabe Vilardi signs for 6 years, $7.5 million deal with the Jets. Staying in Winnipeg, the Bombers and Stamps go toe-to-toe. Bombers 3-1, Stamps 4-1 on the season. Kickoff at 6:30. And Saturday, tomorrow, the Riders and Lions hit the field before Hamilton and Ottawa wrap things up for the week on Sunday, while at home, in E-Town, Edmonton plays Kamloops in West Coast League action. Riverhawks, 3rd in the North Division, 3 games back of the Bells. Catch the full game on any of EST's audio streams. Tune in with action starting at 7:05. On the court, there's 2 games live. The Heat up 29-24 on the Bucks at the end of the first. Well, with 3.5 minutes to go in the third, the 76ers lead by 3 points over the Nets. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The boys have some contract talk on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
the oil stream.
Yes, goaltending needed to be better. Again, Senior Boots, you're not listening. We're not sitting here saying they got there because of goaltending, but goaltending was a part of, they had back-to-back shutouts.
Hey, yeah, one guy had 3 shutouts in 4 games. The other guy went 7-0 until the Cup final when he started his first game and lost.
You can't say despite of goaltending. Yes. Goaltending won him some games.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Avocado and feta dip, passion fruit cheesecake, and cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at The Banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Rivercree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue, July 25th. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Rivercree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it. Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
So after today, Jay, we have 5 shows left in this studio, right? 'Cause we're moving soon.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
All next week.
We should read our emails. I think Iwanek told us exactly what's happening, but I have his blocked straight to spam.
Yeah, right. He has read reports on those. He knows who's read them.
Does he really?
And how long you've spent them on reading them.
If we've printed them.
Yeah. He knows.
I'm going to have a workstation in the new office, and I'm just going to paper the wall behind me with all his printed emails.
That'll be that's going to be crazy. The move, and the bigger studio. It's going to look good.
It's going to be good. I think it's going to be really positive. I'm looking forward to it. You know what else I'm looking forward to is doing the final sponsor read for the banquet here.
Do we have something?
We're in the banquet studio. Avocado and feta dip.
Yeah.
Passion fruit cheesecake. And cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at the banquet. Or as the French say, le banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days.
Ooh.
The banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Sultry.
We're in the banquet studio. Thanks, buddy. I enjoyed doing that.
Le banquet. Le banquet.
Le banquet. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube and you have not yet clicked that like button. Maybe you're on the audio streaming app. iHeart Radio, tune in. We appreciate that as well. Maybe you're listening on a podcast in the future. However you're getting us, we thank you for tuning in. We have a blast doing the show. We are so lucky to work for Edmonton Sports Talk. And moving to a new studio. I've seen growth here in 10 and a half months, and I think still the golden days are ahead for this little company.
The little company that's good.
Dustin Nielsen and crew.
He chose
Is he going to... I think, wait a minute, I think I have that. I think I have that on my soundboard.
You
choose me? Happy Valentine's. That Valentine sure was funny. Glad you liked it. It says, choose me. And there's a picture of a train.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yes, he's going to BC. He'll be calling the Saskatchewan at BC.
So he
tomorrow.
did Tormuddle last night.
Yeah.
He's got Siskbus tomorrow. That should be a good game. I'm gonna try and watch that one for sure.
Oh, this whole weekend is.
I'm gonna miss Whoop tonight because I'll be at the. I'll be watching Kel Edma in the WCL. But yeah, good weekend in the Canadian Football League for sure. It is time to dive into the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood.
Well, I wanted to ask you about this. Anaheim just signed their goaltender to a $6.5 million per year deal.
Right.
Lucas Dostal.
Correct.
So that has to set a market in some way for a goalie in this market that's coming up at the end of this year. Would you not say?
I think it'll help. Dostal just turned 25. Skinner will turn 27 on November 1st. Dostal is, coming off a 54-game appearance season. His one-loss record isn't that great, 23-23-7 last year on a team that wasn't very good, 3.10 goals against average, and a .903 save percentage. Stuart Skinner obviously didn't have a great season. He his one loss was pretty good, 26-18-4, goals against of 2.81, so a better goals against average than Dostal, although the team play factors into that. His save percentage was .896. Like I said, Stu needed to be .905 again to have at least a decent year.
Yeah.
It sets the market for Skinner if Skinner has a decent season. I think if Skinner doesn't have a decent season, I'm not sure if he's an Oiler a year from now, quite frankly. But yes, if Skinner comes out and plays well and plays like a number one, then perhaps he could get a contract in that neighborhood.
Were you surprised Dostal got that much, given that he's relatively unproven?
Maybe a little bit, but also, I mean, it's one of those things, right? If you don't commit to him, then what if you don't go out and find a better goalie?
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of the Darnell Nurse argument. And I realize that's going to be a hot button. I mean, it's not like, I was saying people leave a Riverhawks game and they already forgot who won or lost. We're going to be talking about this Darnell Nurse contract for till we're both 80 doing the show, But I mean, that was part of what Ken Holland said at the time. If I let Darnell Nurse go to free agency and lose him, then I'm looking for a defenseman like Darnell Nurse. So maybe that's what the Ducks are thinking. Well, if we, lose Dostal, a guy they drafted fairly high for a goalie, 85th overall, third round in 2018, he's shown some promise. If we let him walk, where do we get our next goalie?
Yeah. Well, and the Oilers can be asking themselves that same question.
No, that's a good point.
Because I feel this is a big year for Stuart Skinner. Last year was a down year, given he's only been in the net for 3 years as a regular.
Right.
Last year was his poorest year, I guess, if you want to look at save percentage.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I and you know this, I've been of the belief that Stuart Skinner is still young and can improve. At least that would be obviously what Oilers fans would hope.
Right.
If Stuart Skinner goes out, has a decent year, are you thinking that they're going to invest in him for the next 5 years, 6 years? What would you think?
You think it would be a 4 or 5 year deal?
Let's say it's a decent year. He's around that 905 you've mentioned before.
Right.
I think it's a 5-year deal for sure, minimum.
Then you get him into his early 30s.
Yep. if not longer.
I would think so. I mean, look, really good goaltending doesn't grow on trees, right? So, but I do think this is a big year for Skinner. Like there's a lot of people who wanted everything changed. Well, they weren't going to change everything. They changed the goalie coach. Skinner went through a lot this season, and I've been saying with Skinner, I realize that he's a much debated player, probably the most debated player on the team this past season.
Maybe Evan Bouchard until the playoffs.
Bouchard. But there is a high end there for Stuart Skinner.
Sure.
I think the challenge for Stuart Skinner is that his low end games are still good. Or you might say, well, he wasn't great, but he kept it to 3, as opposed to like, oh, you got pulled with 5 minutes left in the second period, or, you weren't sure who you were going to get after the first period.
Yeah. 6 goals later.
Or whatever. So to me, that's the challenge. Like there was still a high-end goalie this year. I mean, look when he came back from the playoffs. He had 3 shutouts in 5 or 6 games or whatever it was. In the first 5 or 6, he came back from injury. Yes, the team play is part of that, but you still got to make the stops. I think this is a big year for Skinner, for the Oilers goaltending in general, because, I mean, Pickard's not going to be here forever either. I mean, he's going to be 34 by the time the next playoffs roll around. So, yeah, I think if Skinner has a decent year, yes, the contract will be in the Dostal range, but he has to come out and have a good year.
I agree.
Well, we finally agree on something. Let's crunch the numbers for Gallo LLP, chartered professional accountants, where they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John at Gallo LLP if you'd like to discuss further how they can crunch your numbers and help your business grow. Visit their website, gallollp.ca. See how Gallo LLP can help your business grow. All right. So neither Jay nor I like to panic, I would say.
Fair enough.
But we do like to be realistic. The Edmonton Elks, who we talked a lot about on Monday, Tuesday, coming off the big loss to BC. They don't, they have a bye this week, so we haven't talked as much about them as the week went on. But I said before the season that if they got into the playoffs, that would be a massive step forward. I know we talked about, like, could they win 9 games? How many could they win? All that type. But really get into the playoffs. Get the experience of a playoff game. Get the locker room feeling like, hey, you know what? 4 years out of the playoffs, we're the team that broke that drought. Have the fan base thinking like, hey, you know what? We understand they're not a Grey Cup contender yet, but they were in the dance. They played an elimination game. Already, unfortunately, if you just look at the math, they're already in quite a dire circumstance. So the Elks are 1-4. Now the games played are not even. Winnipeg is 3-3. Sorry, Winnipeg's 3-1. They've only played 4 games. They're playing their 5th tonight. BC's 3-3. They haven't had a bye yet. Sask is 4-1. Calgary's 4-1. If Winnipeg and BC win at home this weekend, every team in the West will have 4 wins, except for Edmonton will have 1. Now, again, it's not going to be equal games played, but then you're looking for Edmonton to make the playoffs. They're going to have to outplay at least one team in the Western Conference by 4 wins in their final 13 games. That's hard to do. Let's, for argument's sake, say the Elks really turn it around.
With 2 games in hand.
And went 8-5, which they don't look, let's face it, they don't look like they can go 8-5. But let's say they went 8-5, got to 9-9. Well, then you need some other team to go like only 4 wins the rest of the way. If teams already get to 4 this weekend. And then people people brought up, well, what if they finish ahead of Toronto and Ottawa and would be 3rd in the East? That doesn't help you if you're still last in the West.
You have to be
the crossover
4th.
Team is 4th in the West. If you're last in the West, you ain't making the crossover.
Like, I know it's early, but if the season were to end today, BC would travel to Hamilton and play them.
Right. They'd get the crossover. They'd cross over.
Because they're 4th, but they still have a better record than the 3rd and 4th teams in the East.
Right. So what we're saying is, for crunching the numbers, and look, we didn't do percentages. There's no sports club stats for the CFL like there are for some other leagues. It's already tough. I mean, if there were another Western team that had 1 or 2 wins, then it might be like, okay, They got to beat that team. But that's why I said, if you're an Elks fan, it's actually better if Calgary and Saskatchewan win on the road tonight and tomorrow, respectively. They pull away, that's fine, but at least you can still sort of see the Blue Bombers and the Lions and have a couple games in hand on the Lions. The problem is you've already lost the season series to the Lions, and you're trailing the season series to the Blue Bombers.
And it would appear early on that the West is stronger than maybe we had believed they would be.
Well, largely because of
particularly Calgary. Calgary was a bit of a wild card. I mean, they're sitting first in the West Division right now.
Right.
They go into Winnipeg and win tonight. They're the clear favorites of the West Division.
And I get, it's CFL is a long season and teams have losing streaks and still do well. And everybody brings up, well, the 2011 Lions were 1-6. You know why it keeps getting brought up? Because it's unusual. Look how many teams started 1-6, 2-5, 0-4, and didn't make the playoffs. Almost all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's why we're saying, like, that was a crushing loss to BC on the weekend in a lot of ways because the team didn't look very good. And now you're sitting there. You could, again, the Elks could be 3 wins behind every other team in the division if Winnipeg and BC win this weekend. Now, again, games played discrepancy, so it's not 3 full games like it would be in baseball, but it wouldn't be great. And don't celebrate the chance to finish ahead of Toronto and Ottawa because that doesn't,
you got to catch somebody.
You got to catch at least one team in the West.
Yeah.
And that's going to be tough to do, unfortunately, when we crunch the numbers for Gallo LLP.
Well, and if you can, I think that the possibility of a crossover is quite high. Looking at the, early struggles
for
of
somebody
Toronto
in the
and Ottawa.
division.
For somebody.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
very, very high already, yeah.
Right? Because they're already 4 points up in the Western Conference to cross over. So it's going to be interesting coming down the stretch. Look, is this going, because Reid, that would be almost a miracle if they could come together and put together 7-8 more wins. It would be. Can it happen? Of course it can, but it just doesn't seem like it's in the cards right now.
Well, and look, 1-4 is not good, but even if it's, again, I think a lot of it with BC too is how they lost to BC. They were trounced. It was not a competitive game. Like you and I said Monday, it looked like the Lions, if they would have decided to score, pick a number. We want to get 58 points. Okay, we'll get 50. I mean, basically in the second half, they were like, let's just keep the ball. Yeah. Run the clock down. Maybe we'll kick a field goal. I mean, I was shocked looking at the Lions score. I mean, it was at the game, but then I looked at the stats after. Yeah, the Lions only got 8 points in the second half. It felt like they had 20, how much they had the ball. So, now maybe the Elks aren't that bad. Maybe they're a better team than that, but they're still 1-4.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of work to do. Now, maybe if they'd lost that game by 3 points, we'd be sitting here saying, you know what, they can win 8 of their final 13 games or 7 of their final 13 games and make it interesting. But the way they played on Sunday, like they didn't look like they could beat the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys.
Just quickly before we go to break, Dr. John in the afternoon inbox presented by Rivercree Resort and Casino. This has been such a refreshing conversation around officiating. I've refereed several provincial and national championships in soccer. I've also been to the semi-pro level. Consistency is just as frustrating to us as it is to fans. When coaches say to us that, oh, Joe never called that last week, it drives me mad, especially when we have preseason camps along with weekly communication debriefs right after games. Should all be the same, but it isn't.
Yeah, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Rivercree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Rivercree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant. All you can eat surf and turf for just $59.99 every Friday. That is from 4 to 10 p.m. That was crunching the numbers for Gallo LLP. We'll take you into the weekend with some more fun. The words of the day coming up. Coob first.
Bottom second, the Jays lead the Giants 3-0 with Alejandro Kirk, Addison Barger, and Joey Loperfido, each with a run. in the inning. Just one out for Toronto with a runner on second base. Nathan Lukes at bat for the Riverhawks. They host the North Paws at 7:05. It's Star Wars night. You can tune into the action on any of EST's audio streams. Elsewhere, Gabe Velarde avoids arbitration with the Jets, signing a 6-year deal worth $7.5 million per season. And on the field, the 4-1 Stamps battle the Bombers in Winnipeg. Kickoff at 6:30. Meanwhile, there's 2 games live in the NBA Summer League. Nets down 71-64 to the 76ers. 8 minutes left to go in the game, while Miami is up by 1 point against their opponents, the Bucks, nearing the end of the second. Tomorrow, Dustin Poirier has his last dance in the UFC, fighting for the BMF title as he takes on Max Holloway for the 3rd time in his career, looking to sweep the trilogy. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show with Words of the Day is up next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Gabe Velarde avoids arbitration. He gets a 6-year deal worth $7.5 million. I like Gabe Velarde. I think the Jets won that trade. 61 points in 71 games last year.
A 30-goal guy. That's kind of if you look around the league, that's where he kind of fits in. I mean, he hasn't scored, but he had 27 last year. And he was injured for a bit.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper. It deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you can afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
All right, couple limericks here before we get to the words of the day. This one's from Bronco Nick. As we move along through summer, days like today may be a bummer. National Caviar Day? Really? You don't say. Hey all, you read it when I was on?
Yeah, when you were talking to David.
Well,
sorry, I thought there were new ones coming in.
Did you read VRs?
Yes.
Son of a...
Sorry. I thought there were other ones.
Son of a...
I forgot you weren't here. I don't remember very far back.
That's okay.
I'm like a little goldfish when it comes to my memory.
No! Bronco Nick got a bonus read. That's my goof up for the day.
Yeah, we used to do the goof up. It's the things that have already come and gone in the 10.5 month course of the show.
We're just perfect.
We're pretty good. What are you, are you going to check out Taste of Edmonton or TBD, brah?
Probably not, Reid.
K-Days?
Definitely. Hard no.
K-Days are definitely not.
Hard no.
There's a slight maybe you may wind up at Taste of Edmonton.
Yeah, I might.
Maybe we should just go for lunch next week.
Yeah, sure.
Like, what's stopping Awanak? Awanak can't stop us. What's stopping Awanak from stopping us? Nothing. Well, just his attitude.
I might see if I can get Mrs. Glue out on the weekend, see if we can't go down and enjoy some Taste of Edmonton.
That'd be all right.
That's a good date night.
Yeah.
Maybe get some scooters, go ride around like a couple wild kids.
Come over to my house and Oliver.
Yeah, we'll go over refreshment with Wilkie.
Oh, you just drive by and be like, that's where Reid lives.
Yeah. Hi. Just knock and run away.
And I'm on my balcony giving you the Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah, get off the sidewalk.
No. You don't come to my house. Do we have that soundbite?
Reid's like, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. You're knocking on my door. I'm like sitting 4 feet away. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, It's supposed to be a little rainy starting tonight and tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Not the best night, but maybe Sunday it'll pick up. Maybe we can go do something downtown Sunday. Is it during the day? Like it's all day?
Oh, I think it's 11 to 11, is it not?
Oh, wow.
Let me double check the hours here. I had the website open. I believe it's either 10 to 11 or 11 to 11.
Yeah, good for
Sunday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I'm due for a good date night.
My dad has always brings this up, and I don't know if we've ever actually done it. No, maybe this year we should do it. Like go in the final half hour and see if you can get larger servings. But then you're eating at like 9:30 or 10:30 at night.
I like the thought though. I think you'd be probably. I mean, what do they do?
They got to be giving away the food.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Give you a couple little extra mushroom caps from the banquet, or a little extra serving of the pasticcio from Pasta Pantry.
Are you're gonna go again? You said, and you got lots of tickets.
Oh, we'll be going several times, and I may have friends who want to go too. I tend to be a frequent Taste of Edmonton visitor.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
maybe I'll text you. Say we're going down there.
Actually do that.
Okay.
But I might as well. I mean, I know, and you know what I say. Well, I like that stressful sucks, Reid. Then don't go.
Yeah,
You're not going to stop me from going. Go do a different festival.
Yeah.
I don't like people.
Oh, I like trying different things, because it's a good way to sample a restaurant before you commit to going there for an actual dinner.
Yeah, or maybe that place I went to yesterday, the Cuban place, is catering.
Beautiful.
So why not try them out? All right, going to the weekend here
with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Can you
this is we almost forgot our buddies at Gemco. This is going to be fired up today.
Well, fired up was Benny.
It was supposed to be Ben, but I forgot to read it. Then everybody, fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
Okay, first word of the day, meritorious. Meritorious.
Oh, this might have a American and English spelling.
Meritorious. Meritorious.
MERITOROUS. Meritorious. Darn, what did I miss? An I? Did I miss an IOUS at the end? As I was finishing, I was like, I missed the I.
Yeah.
Meritorious means something deserving of praise or credit or acclamation. Not acclamation, accolades.
You almost nailed it. It's a formal adjective used to describe something that is deserving of honor, praise, or esteem.
I'm just frustrated. I goofed up the spelling.
I thought you would have had that.
I was lazy. I really don't have an excuse. I missed the I, and as I was finishing it, I was like, "Wait a minute! I just spelled meritorious, not meritorious or meritorious."
Well, 1 out of 2 is not bad. You nailed that.
But I should have got the spelling. That's an unforced error for Wilkins.
Okay, second word of the day, Obi.
Hang on. I'm trying to think of trying to find a good soundbite for my mistake. I don't know. That's all got. Oh no, here's a good one.
Who came up with a dog with a cape? When did that arrive? I watched Superman for years on television. I never saw a dog with a cape.
Meritorious.
Meritorious.
Second word of the day, Obi.
Obi. Wow, I do not know this word. Wasn't Obi the name of the dog on Garfield?
Odie.
That was Odie. This is
Obi.
So kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is what I wrote down here. Obi. Wow, I don't know this one.
Don't overthink it, is what I've always said.
Obi. O-B-E-E.
You overthought it.
O-B-I. That's what I wrote down first.
I saw that.
I messed up the spellings.
That's why I said don't overthink it.
I did not know this was a word. I'll have to take the sentence.
Oh.
I've never heard of this word. Obi. O-B-I. It makes me think of a musical instrument.
He selected a gold-trimmed obi to complement the kimono. Or
is it kind of like a belt or something used to fasten a robe?
Fashion a what?
To fasten a robe, or because isn't a kimono a type of a wrapped? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's something like a tie together thing, like a cloth belt or something like that.
Can I play both of these at the same time?
Did I get half? Oh, that's amazing.
A long, broad sash. A long, broad sash tied about the waist over a Japanese kimono is an obi.
So I probably could get half because I'll
give you
sort of
half.
under. I said it was to tie like a robe or because kimono, that made me think of that.
So 1.5.
But I messed up the spellings. I did better on the definitions, but I messed up the spellings.
Which is usually not the way it goes.
I should have got meritorious for sure. Obi was, I don't know, 50-50.
You spelt it right. I saw how you wrote it
I initially wrote it down like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I didn't commit to it.
Remember,
was foolish.
trust yourself.
I must trust myself. All right. Well, I'm going to Riverhawks tonight. We're streaming the game.
Yeah.
10 o'clock tomorrow.
What time's the game start?
7.
7, so we'll be streaming it right here on EST starting at 7.
And if you see me there, say hi. Well, you don't have to say hi. I shouldn't put pressure on people. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., Hello Hockey. Is this their last one of the season?
This is it.
Tom Gazzola and Sean Bell and Benny the intern as well. Coob Golf Show, VIP Golf Show, Sunday at 8. Coob will be in for that with Murray McCourt and Curtis Stock. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a great weekend.